Hello everyone, welcome back to Shogun 2. Another tutorial stream, if you will. You turn on my webcam. Hello, here I am. So, how is everyone doing today? Give me a moment while I wait for my own stream to start. There we go, and then I can get into the game without having myself talking in the background. So, did one of these a couple of days ago. Was quite popular, so I figured let's do another one. I'm not going to continue the campaign from that time though, so I figured I might as well start another campaign and kind of show a different start with a different clan and see how that goes and give some different tips and answer some more questions. And I also have another 4 Fallen Samurai keys to give away as well, so I'll be doing that too. Hello Steve, how are you doing, dude? I need to get back to you still, Steve, because I really need to lose some weight. So I'll get back to you soon. Anyway, how's everyone doing? What's my favorite clan? The Takeda, because I really love cavalry. After that, the Ikwiki, because they're just super unique. They have a lot of unique units. The Otomo do as well, but Ikwiki are more fun to me. Can you play the Otomo? I can play the Otomo. Will I play the Otomo though? No. I'm going to be playing as the Oda today. The Oda seems to be a very popular clan for newcomers as well. And they are, in my opinion, one of the easiest clans to play as, but a lot of people seem to have quite a bit of trouble with them, generally. So I figured I will play. I mean, they have an initial challenge of hard, which is hard to read because of my large font size mod, but they are, in my opinion, by far the easy. Well, not by far the easiest clan, but they are one of the easiest clans to play, if not the easiest clan to play. They're the strongest clan in the game because they are the masters of peasantry, and as I've said in the previous stream, and we'll be showcasing this one as well, Yari Ashigaru are incredibly strong, and the Oda get better Yari Ashigaru, as well as the long Yari Ashigaru if you have the Sengoku Jidai Unit Pack DLC, which are the 2 strongest units in the game, honestly. So they're cheaper as well, and they're better, so Oda are just incredibly overpowered. You basically just don't stop recruiting units until you own the entirety of Japan. You can just field army after army of peasants, and it works so well. So, what is this? I thought the tutorial would include the turn 1 Atori Kyoto start strats even. No. If you finish the short campaign, will you be able to continue playing it? Yeah. You can do. It doesn't matter which game mode you choose. It's basically just to get the cutscene, essentially. If you play short, then Realm Divide will trigger a lot sooner than if you play Domination. But yeah, once you have triggered, or once you have completed the campaign, you can just continue playing until you own the entirety of Japan. There's one person who actually saw a video of this, like, I don't know, a year ago or something. Someone actually played until like 100 years into the future or something, just for fun, just to kind of see what would happen after taking the entirety of Japan. And he had like certain places that would rebel every once in a while from some random event or shit like that, and it was kind of interesting to see. But yeah, Oda's easy Ashigaru buff, yeah, exactly. In my opinion, Choskabe is the easiest one. Well, your opinion is fucking wrong, you piece of shit. I'll fuck you up. 1v1 me. Anyway, Oda's my favorite clan to play, and they're really easy. Yeah, I definitely agree. They're just so strong. Choskabe are not very difficult either, though, to be fair. Anyway, so let's start a campaign. Once again, I'm going to be playing on normal difficulty because that's what most of new players will be playing on when they first start the game. Domination Campaign. So yeah, we're the masters of peasantry with improved morale for all Ashigaru and reduced recruitment costs and upkeep for all Ashigaru. So yeah, Ashigaru. Let's do it. I'm going to skip past the cutscene and everything again because it's pretty much irrelevant. Oda Ashigaru laughs and spearman and archers. Kick his ass. I'll fuck you up. Who was it? Charles Sargent. Come at me, little bitch. Anyway. Shut up. You shut up too. Right. We got a crusher, but yeah, okay, whatever. If daimyo is to become shogun. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so here is the Oda. Now, I'm going to ask you guys for just giving me questions and such like that. I basically just want to have question after question that I can answer. And in the meantime, just, play a campaign and kind of show you guys how I play. How do you enter the giveaway? You just be here and wait for me to give away keys. I will, at some point, or I'll write down random numbers between 1 and 100, and then have everyone guess, and the first person to guess the right number will win a key, basically. Anyway, so yes, move my glass out of the way because I can't see. We're playing as the Oda, so you can see immediately when we look at our units, we have the Oda Yari Ashigaru, which are only 48 upkeep. I actually wonder, because I normally don't play on normal difficulty. I wonder if the difference is as big as it is on Legendary, or if it's smaller, because you are, of course, the prices are also a lot less expensive for units, so I feel like the difference is probably less than it is on Legendary difficulty. Which means that Oda is actually stronger on Legendary difficulty, technically. Which is true as well, because I've said this before in the other stream as well, but very often people tell me when they play on normal or hard that the Oda gets taken out really early on, whereas when I play on Legendary, the Oda is almost always one of the largest clans in the game. How am I doing? I'm doing well, Lone Wolf. How are you doing? Do you think you're going to do a tutorial series in the future for people who can't watch streams for stuff like economy and strats? Not specifically. Keys for what? For Feudal Samurai, as it says in the title of the fucking video, you blind mother... What is your favorite pizza? Oh, I'm gonna piss so many people off. Hawaii. I love pineapple on my pizza. Everyone get angry, please. Is Oda your favorite faction? Clan? No, the Takeda are, because they have superior cav, and I love cavalry. Okay, so... What else? Does this qualify as a Teach Me Senpai mega episode? Kind of, although the Teach Me Senpai thing was supposed to be people sending in their save files and me fixing them, which, yeah, that series didn't go particularly well. I'm a Kiwi on pizza person. What the I've never tried that before. Anyway, so, playing as the Oda, step number 1, get rid of the Yari Joyard, because we have superior Ashigaru units. Why in the fuck would we ever want a Yari Joyard? Also, I feel like the... Do I have, like, the audio set to... I want stereo headphones. Let's see if that changed anything. Oh god, that's way different. Hold on, because I have a new headset that I don't really use, or I haven't really used with Shogun 2, except for last time, which I didn't really realize. It sounded so weird. Okay, that's probably better actually. Right. Anyway, so step 1, you get rid of your Yari Joyard, because well, actually no, Yari Joyard we do need for the Oda long Yari Ashigaru. I kind of forgot about that. However, there's a blacksmith in Sagami that we probably want to rush towards, especially since we start off at war with the Tokugawa, who are of course the people who eventually won the Sengoku Judai and became the new shogunate. Yeah, we're at war with them, and we're also at war with their... because they're currently a vassal to the Imagawa, who are here in Totomi and Suruga. So our plan is to just rush down this way and take those provinces. And then eventually, once we've taken Sagami, we'll want to recruit our units there, because we of course get extra bonuses from the blacksmith. So that's going to be our recruitment hub, essentially. Owari is also a very good income province because it has very fertile soil, which is actually something we're going to upgrade immediately. Getting a harbor in this campaign is not as important as it is with the Shimazu, because of course with the Shimazu we have 4 trade nodes right near us. With the Oda we have none of them anywhere near us. So the only reason we'd want that is because it gives a little bit of extra per turn town growth. And also, of course, it allows me to build ships, but ships are just not super relevant yet. So I'm not too fussed about that, but I probably will do it soon anyway. Step 2 is the Oda. Well, actually, don't do that because it's a waste of money. But yeah, recruit 2 Yari Ashigaru every single turn for the next very long time. Basically, I mean, not exactly, of course, but basically never stop recruiting Yari Ashigaru. Just build army after army of Yari Ashigaru, and they'll absolutely demolish everything. For our Master of the Arts, I'm actually going to go for Bushido first, because I do... Actually, no, we have increased morale. We definitely don't need to. We're going to go for Todo Fukan, or maybe Way of Chi, and then make a small detour, but either way. Shogun 2 is my favorite Total War game. Good man. It's my second favorite now, because Free Kingdoms is my favorite now. Is Yari Samurai better than Yari Ashigaru? No. Generally, every Samurai unit is better than their Ashigaru counterpart, although there are only technically 2 Ashigarus. Well, 3 if you count the Ikuiki, or the Ikuiki's Lone Swords. But Yari Ashigaru are just super strong because they have Yari Wall, and Yari Samurai don't have Yari Wall, and they are the worst of the Samurai units. They will get beaten by a Yari Ashigaru in Yari Wall, so they generally are just quite bad. For this kind of stuff, like unit statistics and such, I would definitely recommend going in the description. I have a bunch of top 5 videos in there, or top X I call them, because there's some top 10 and top 15. Yeah, watch all those lists, and basically you'll get a really good idea of my opinion, at least, but my opinion is correct, as I am the supreme fucking Shogun of Shogun 2. Anyway, I'd watch those and have a look at what I say, and then kind of yeah, just try units out, of course, because, you know, when you first start a game yourself, you should try things out yourself as well. It's the best way to learn. But yeah, you can take some beginning advice, and Yari Ashigaru is incredibly overpowered in Yari Wall. Okay, good. Aid, Philemon. Do you need to rush encampment for long Yari? You do actually, which is why I'm not too fussed about keeping my Yari Joy Yard. I'm not going to rush it though, but yeah, we do need to get encampment because we need I think it's the armory, the one that gives us, let's have a look here. The one that gives us extra, oh no, it's just encampment, okay, never mind. I thought it was the armory you needed, but it's just the encampment, yeah. But we do need that, of course, but again, I'm not going to build that there anyway, I'm going to build it here. So I'm not on a rush, but I do want to get it pretty early. But again, Yari Ashigaru by themselves are incredibly strong already, especially as the Oda, so there's no real rush or anything. So as the Oda, we start off with war with the Saito and the Tokugawa. The Saito, funny enough, have nothing in their town, so we can actually very easily take that. We have no trade or anything to do right now either. We're also... we are trading currently with the Kitabatake just to our southwest here. But anyway, so we are going to... we're going to send our Yari Samurai to go grab this town up here. Because there's nothing in there. I'm actually just going to auto-result this, because whatever. There you go. Now we own Mino. That's a pretty important step as the... the Oda as well, because you basically get a clean victory immediately, and just take their town for free. Now, I do believe there might be some units actually in the province somewhere, but with a single Yari Samurai, we'll probably be okay to win that anyway. We'll build a sake den here just for the happiness. This province is pretty damn unhappy, but with the sake den and repairing the castle, etc., we'll probably be fine. We probably could have actually technically sent the general over as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure I should have done that. I should have sent the general together, but it's not really a huge deal. I might still send him over there anyway, but maybe I'll do that after this battle. We'll have a look in a second. So I've recruited those 2 units. Unfortunately, hold on, is this... No, that's too much money. I'm kind of tempted, because now I can't build anything else now that I've built the sake den, but I'll probably still do that anyway. Which 2 clans would you recommend for co-op campaign? I mean, whatever you want. You could do any co-op campaign, but I guess the most fun is like Oda and Tokugawa, just start right next to each other, or that's one of the fun ones. A good head-to-head one is like Shimazu and Date, because you're literally on the other side of the map, but it also takes fucking ages before you fight each other, and then when you do fight each other, you're basically the only 2 clans remaining, so it's kind of whatever. The Takeda and Uesugi are good as well, because they start, Takeda and Uesugi, they start pretty close to each other. Takeda, Hojo, I mean, it's up to you, but it is fun to start next to each other, or close to each other at least. Because if you're doing Shimazu and Date in a co-op campaign, you're basically never going to be able to help each other out, except on the battlefield. One thing that's very important to know about co-op campaigns, which is not really relevant to this campaign, but is that you in all Total War games in co-op, you can share your units in the battle, right? That everyone knows that already. So you can basically control your army together. In Shogun 2, however, if you're playing co-op, let's say I'm playing as the Takeda and I can recruit superior cavalry, and my teammate is playing as the Uesugi and he can recruit superior warrior monks. I can actually recruit cavalry, and then I can gift those cavalry to him as his faction on the campaign map. So I take him out of Kai and I give them to him, and then he can move them on his turn. They're actually just his units. So basically, if you're playing a co-op campaign, you can actually give each other your superior units. So you can share your better units. It's the same as it goes for like Shimazu and Chosukabe are good as well, because then you can give your improved katana samurai to the Chosukabe, and the Chosukabe can give their really good archers to the Shimazu. So that's good to know as well. Anyway, what else we got? I guess we should have a look at our faction tree. Oda Nobunaga, one of the most famous generals, daimyos during the era, is still underage right now, but he will be coming of age soon. And then we have this Takayama Muneyori, or age 27 random boy. It's this guy right here. So let's meet this army up together, and we're gonna take out this little army here. Not gonna be any trouble. Let's take him out. Is it alright if I post the link? I mean, you can try, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get blocked. And it would depend on what post it would be. Is co-op campaign like the Avatar campaign, is that different? That's different. The co-op campaign is just straight up a single player campaign, but with 2 people. So you're basically, you both control a single clan, and you're just doing a campaign. In Shogun 2 also, during your friend's turn, you can actually still build buildings and do tech and things like that. You can't move your armies, of course, and then during your turn you can move your armies. But you can spend some of your money by building buildings, etc., which is really good, because in recent Total War games like Warhammer and Rome 2, etc., you can't do anything during your friend's turn, like literally nothing. You're just sitting there waiting for him to do his turn, and you do your full turn, etc. Whereas in Shogun 2 you can at least do some stuff. Thank you to those of you who are subbing, by the way. It's actually working now, so I can read names. We've got, in the last 20 minutes, we've got Explode, Dark Azazel, Tobias Peter, Summer Brander, Paolo II, Aldecoa, and Kiarns. Thank you guys for subbing. Welcome to the channel. Anyway, I'm on dry, that's all good. You can get Shogun 2 really cheap on CD keys, or you can get it for free right now on Steam. That's the whole reason I'm doing this stream. Get it for free right now on Steam. Anyway. So we have a little bit of a heal here. I'm just going to take that. Take our... Oh yeah, right. So people keep asking me about... I've actually got a video about this. Once again, it's in the description, where I talk about selecting units, etc. So let's say I want to move like these 2 units. It's the same as basically any like Windows controls. You just hold Control and you can select 2 units, or you know, whatever. You can select that. I can also select all of them by either doing Control A, of course, or if I want, you know, all of these 3, you hold Shift, and then you can select a row of units, or these 4, or these 5, or these 3. You know, it's basically Windows controls, and an individual unit is Control. So that's pretty useful to know. I feel like that stuff is pretty standard. Of course, there's also this keybinds in the options. People always ask me for keybinds. And there's groups. I mean, everyone knows Total War. If you play Total War games, there's groups you can use as well, but I tend not to use them because I prefer not to. I just don't think it's necessary. Anyway, have they got any range units? Yeah, they got 1 Boashigaru. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to park you guys up here. And then we're just going to cover the 3 places they can possibly come from with our Ashigaru units. But I'll hold them back for now, because I want my archer to be the first unit to get shot by them. Also, they're charging their Yari, or sorry, their light cav up as well. What is giveaway? How is it working? Just stay here and you'll find out, is the easiest answer. So again, as I talked about before in the previous stream, I definitely would recommend giving that a watch as well, because I'll cover things in there that I won't cover here. Yari Wall is the most overpowered ability in this game. Oh, they decided they didn't want any of that. I mean, makes sense. Oh, no, they've decided once again they do want it. Are they going to do that? Keep running around? Yeah, they are. Fucking charge them! Charge! Oh, actually, they're doing it this time. I was ready to do my... Never mind, we're not going to charge after all, but no, they just went in. But yeah, you'll see here, we're probably going to win against this unit by losing... Well, we lost 1 guy. There you go. We lost 1 guy. Alright, take him out of Yari Wall again, because again, Yari Wall does make your units tired. Are you going to sit up there? I guess we are technically attacking you, so you are technically allowed to do that. Well, if that's the case, we're going to have to move up there. So let's grab our army and start doing that. But yeah, groups is a thing you can definitely do. A lot of people do use groups, but I personally just don't. I can't get used to it. Neither in the wrong order, it doesn't matter. Can 2 players go co-op if one has DLC? Yes. The only thing I believe that doesn't work, I'm pretty sure, is, for example, the Sengoku Jidai Unit Pack DLC, or the Hero Units DLC. If one person has them and the other person doesn't, then it just doesn't activate in your co-op campaign. It's a bit of a shame that it works like that, but so be it. Just tune in. I can't find DLC for this on Steam. Where did you buy it? On Steam? I don't know why you can't find them. They should be there. No. We're back to Shogun. Just for today and a couple of days ago I did a stream as well. Okay, so let's see here. I used to have a trick for this, right? Let me use the oldest trick in the book. Let's move you guys back. So this is a bit of a cheese tactic. I'm also not going to use you. I'm going to use my second general. A slightly cheesy tactic, but it works pretty well for if you want to get archers out of forests or off hills or something like that. You basically move a unit, preferably a general. Actually, move you guys back a little bit further. There you go. A general or some other kind of cav unit, and you move them into range of their archer units, and then you kind of slowly work your way back to your line. And then while you're doing that, they will keep following you. It's very cheesy, but this is a very good way to get some units away from you. Unfortunately, we actually only have it's a 1v1 archer battle, so this isn't even that great, to be honest. But what I can do is kind of just charge them with my cav as well. So I'm going to wait until they're in range, maybe a little bit further actually. Okay, they're shooting now. So we'll get around and we'll start shooting them, or charging them. So we'll have a bit of a archer battle. I should have put these guys on loose formation, but on the other hand, loose formation always has a bit of a downside, in that it means that when they walk into your range, maybe they'll, you only have your front row firing because the back row is too far away. So the student's going to rout basically instantly here.
Our general
is in grave danger, my lord. And now they only have melee units remaining. They're going to just come charging after us. So we're going to just put our line up here, put my archers back, and then we'll just watch until they die. This unit's walking around in Yari Wall, and you'll see it's already tired from just kind of being in Yari Wall. That's why I definitely recommend, like, don't leave your men in Yari Wall, because they do get tired from it. You just want to use it only when the enemy's about to reach. They're going to fucking rout before I even get a chance to kill them. They're rebels, so they have like -1 morale in general. So these Yari Ashigaru that are unupgraded are going to just like rout so quickly. Which is why I'm kind of thinking that, or kind of keeping my generals nearby. Because when they do rout, we're just going to charge them and kill them all off. Another tip is, if you put your men in Yari Wall, they normally start walking. You can just actually press R again and they'll start running towards their position in Yari Wall. Very important to note as well. So if I want to get this guy up here, you can see they're walking. If I press R, they actually will start sprinting in Yari Wall. So you can reposition them pretty quickly. Even though, like, it says the 2 arrows, right? If I hold control, they should walk, but if I just let go, they should run. But they don't, because if they're in Yari Wall. Also, I really should just put my generals behind the line, because now they're going to be annoying. So I'm just going to run around and make them walk into my line, basically. Reform the line a little bit more. In the meantime, we're shooting them with our archers, so I guess it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I should have displayed this one a little bit better, because now we're wasting valuable time of this stream here. Hi Nikos. How you doing, dude? So I'm just going to run my men through my own lines. Luckily, in this game, you can run through Yari Wall. You won't lose any men. Watch me, like, misremember this and just general dies, but no, we're good. So we're just going to make him walk into our line. We actually move you guys up here, so we're definitely not going to be flanked. But yeah, normally I would have just let him walk into my lines. That would have gone way better. But I thought, because they were wavering already, that I might be able to make him just rout by being nearby with my generals. But that, unfortunately, this didn't do it. And now they're being very awkward. But that's okay. How can you boost research? There's a couple things that boost research. There's the monks, they have a special level up for it. Generals have a special level up for it. And there's a couple of buildings that up research rate as well. Generally, I wouldn't worry about it too much, though. You also usually get a couple of events early on in the game that will boost research for a little bit, but it's not something that's too important. There you go, they've routed, and the other ones are routed as well now. There we go. Let's start murdering them all off. Let's have you guys turn around. Don't want to shoot me on generals in the back. You can kill your own men in this game with ranged. I've once assassinated my own daimyo with a Thunderboss cav, which is a specific Otomo unit. Wasn't handy, but it happens. There you go. Is Takeda a good choice for beginner? I'd say no. They're probably one of the tougher campaigns. I mean, it's kind of this is where it almost sounds braggy, but I don't mean to come off like that at all. But for me, it's difficult to say because I've played so many campaigns on legendary difficulty that to me, you know, nothing is ever difficult on legendary, let alone on normal. So you know, for someone who's got a ton of experience, it's difficult to imagine what it was like when I first started playing. But I think that Takeda is one of the tougher clans to start with because you do start kind of in the middle of Japan. You start with a lot of people around you that, well, you do start with an ally, I believe, in the Hojo. And you can make another alliance. You can kind of make a trifecta of alliances with the Imagawa, but they tend to get taken out by the Oda, so then you're kind of at war with the Oda, and the Oda do become quite strong, and they are strong early on, especially because they're improved Ashigaru units. So it's kind of a tough one, but anyway, I would say no, but give it a try. You know, what's the worst that can happen? So we got our wealth generation increased. We also got our first level up on Oda Nobuhide. So we're going to level him up, get our strategist. Basically, I've already explained this level up for daimyos in this game as well, or for generals in this game as well. But I'll do it again, and I'll say specifically this time, never go into this. This is completely horrible, because maybe you'll use your general for combat in the first, like, 10 turns, and after that you basically never touch him again. The moment you get cavalry, you always leave your general at the back. Specifically, put him into stand and fight, which is an incredible ability that boosts your melee units' melee attack. It boosts your range units' reload rate. They become fucking gods, basically. Every unit becomes a god with this ability. So the way you level up a general, doesn't matter if it's a daimyo or general, they all level up the same, is you get 2 points in strategist, then on level 3 you put 1 point in strategist to max it out, and then you save your last point. Then on level 4 you put all 3 points in infantry leader, because that way you get the extra free melee attack rather than 1 melee attack from only putting 2 points in there. And then on level 5 you put 1 point in here, 1 point in there, 1 point in there, and on level 6 you put 3 points in there. And there's some good stuff down here, but it's just not good enough to even, like, to go into things that aren't as good, because this is just so super strong. You get 15% upkeep cost reduction for all your units when you max this one out. The effectiveness of the rally ability is pretty meh. Plus more morale is nice, but generally in the late game your army is going to have super high morale anyway, but the 10% replenishment rate is insane as well. So it's just, you know, you have to go for this, you have to go for these two, and then this is just kind of there that you gotta grab. This is one of the things that increases the rate of mastery of arts, by the way. But it's, again, it's only 12% if you max it out, and I would never max this out. I would put a 1 point in there just because I have to get it to get further on in that tree. +1 charge bonus for all cavalry under this man's command, or +1 happiness in provinces where this man is present. Trying to speak too fast again. This one I would like. This is one of those things where I would never pick merchant, because happiness, while it is technically it's okay, the problem with merchant is that more often than not you're counting happiness in a province, and then you're considering whether you can move out or not, and you will more often than not miscount because you forget that your general gives +1 happiness in the province. So when you move your general out, all of a sudden you lose 2 happiness rather than 1, and you kind of miscalculate. Or at least that's happened to me many times, and I'm sure to other people as well. And +1 charge bonus for all cavalry on this man's command, while not insane, is still pretty good. So we're going to grab that one. And then next turn we're just going to go and attack the Tokugawa. I'm actually going to cancel recruitment of that one and get one more archer, just to have 4 of each in here. I'm going to leave this guy in here right now for happiness, as well as I don't quite remember if there is actually an enemy army here or not. I'm also probably going to move this guy back that way, but I'll leave him here for now, because, well, I guess I can move him out of, as long as I'm in reinforcement range of my own army, it should be okay. Yeah, I'll move him up to there, because then if I do get attacked by the Tokugawa, I'm still in range, but I want to get him over towards Mino just to have him lead the second army when eventually that becomes a thing. So, now that we have taken Mino, we actually have some trade available with some more clans. So, land trade is not limited to any amount. You can trade as much through land as much people want to trade through land, basically. So, we're just going to try all of these and see if we can get anywhere. So, always try and get a little bit of money for trade as well. Sometimes you get nothing, sometimes you get huge amounts. Again, like I said last time, I mean, you saw it as well. We got 8 grand or something from a clan just because we had war horses and they didn't. War horse is the most valuable resource in this game, simply because other factions will pay you ludicrous amounts for it. If they don't want to pay you anything, you ask them for the bitch koku just to show them that they are your bitch. But that's not particularly relevant. Let's try with the Asai as well, see if they want to pay me anything.
Now speak of your wishes.
No, it looks like they don't want to really pay me anything either, so just make them your bitch. That one bitch koku. Then we got the Ikuiki. Definitely want to keep them on our friendly side for the moment. Looks like no. There we go. Will you pay me $100? No. Because this might change what I'm actually recruiting right now, because this might actually give me enough money to do something else. They don't want that at all. Okay. So we have a little bit more money. So if I cancel that archer, which are a little bit more expensive to recruit than Yari Ashigaru, that means we have enough money to build something else up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I can go for either the port or the trails. I'm going to go for the trails because I want to get my movement up, so we can get to the front line faster. Right. Let's ban this person. Hide use on this channel. See you later. Thanks for that. G2A is a scam. Yeah, don't buy from G2A. It's fucking shit. Buy from 2Game in the description. Don't buy Shogun 2 though, because it's free right now. But if you're gonna buy, if you're gonna fucking buy it from an online retailer, buy it from 2Game, which is an official online retailer, and I'm affiliate with them. Sorry. Okay, let's get back into the game. This is the first time I've caught one of your streams. Keep up the good content. Thanks, Max. What about Ashigaru Commander, Donkey? Oh, is that's okay? Hold on, let me. I never get it. Is that this one? No, that's Admiral. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Right. So the problem with this is it sounds quite good, right? +4 morale, especially for Ashigaru, because Ashigaru won't have a lot of morale. But especially when you're playing as the Oda, you have increased morale already, so it's even less relevant to have increased morale. And generally, when you play any other clan in the late game, you're going to switch over from Ashigaru to Samurai or even Warrior Monks or a mix of both. You basically never use Ashigaru in the late game anymore. You can do, but you generally don't want to because there's better options out there. And generally in the late game, you'll have enough money to do whatever you want anyway. You can build, because people always talk about, or used to anyway, I heard this so many times in the past that people talk about Doom stacks, like, oh, I'm not going to go for Doom stacks because they're too expensive or whatever. But again, if you watch any of my Let's Plays, I always have 6 or 7 Doom stacks, if that's what you want to call them. It's like the best kind of army that you can recruit. And it's easy. I still have, 10 grand income. It does, like, you can make an insane amount of money in this game and have an insane amount of armies. Like, it's not that difficult to achieve that point. Anyway, I think we're going to end the turn while I check some more chat. There's the Tokugawa right there. Yari Ashigaru. Okay, there's that army actually, so they did have an army. Alright, we gotta master the Way of the Spear, we get a Oda Yari Ashigaru. Wow. Way of the Spear is that one. Okay, well, I'm gonna stick to what I'm doing right now. Okay, so yeah, they do have two units, but they're not gonna be able to do anything. How happy is Mino right now? It's actually gonna be happy next turn already, so that's okay. I think I'll still put you in there anyway, or maybe I'll have you join into this battle first, and then we'll do that afterwards. I'm going to have these two guys come up as well. I don't know if they can reach Owari in a single turn though, so maybe I'll leave a unit behind here just in case. 2 units won't be able to do a whole lot, but against a single Samurai Retainer we'll probably have some trouble. So now that we've also destroyed the building here, we've got to build something in return, and we're just going to build a Sakanen. For now, I could build a market, but I'm okay. I'm also going to recruit some more Ashigaru here as well. And I'll just get 2 more in here. And then we'll move you just up there, and then we'll just battle this. Let me take 1 out. I'm gonna keep 1 in here just in case this army can't reach me in a single turn. I don't think it can, but this is me having not played Shogun 2 for a while. I can't quite remember what the movement is like in this game, so I don't want to take that risk right now. Why is Tokugawa bad? There. Oh, because someone said Tokugawa is the worst. Some would claim Matori, but man, Kisha training changes so much. I'm playing on normal again, yeah, Spaghetti Man. I'm just kind of playing what other people would do when they're first playing. With +4 morale, Ashigaru becomes Samurai. Not really. Their stats are still worse. How to see their formation and range? What do you mean exactly? Anyway, let's fight this here battle. Come here, Tokugawa. Right, so we got the 2 generals, that's the same. We have 4 Ashigaru against their 2, and they've got 1 Yari Samurai, and then we've got an archer. So with a little bit of luck, we'll be able to showcase Yari Ashigaru versus Yari Samurai 1v1, and see how Yari Ashigaru are just straight up better. Plus, we have improved Yari Ashigaru, so they're even better than that. Do you have any tips for new players? That's this whole stream is tips for new players, my guy. Is this stream not called Shogun 2 tutorial stream? My man. My boy. My dude. My guy. Anyway. Just watch the stream or ask something specific that you would like to know, and then I can answer that. Oh, that's what he meant. Spacebar, yes. So, well, yeah. Basically, the same... Okay, hold on. Let me set up my army. So our reinforcements coming from there. There are some infantry in there, so I don't want to split up from them too much. I'll probably just sit in this foresty bit. I mean, there's a good chance they're going to sit back anyway, because I attacked them. But yeah, so... If I want to move my units... Oh yeah, they are just going to sit there. So, I move them up here, right? And then I want to move my archer behind this unit, but yeah, you can't see where they are. You just hold the spacebar and then you can see them. And then I'll be able to place my unit specifically behind it. There's that other unit. Okay, so we'll put them here. You can go on that side. I'm actually gonna run you for a little bit, and you can just walk. Again, I talked about this in the last stream as well. Units get tired really quickly in this game, so be careful not to run too much, because you'll see this unit's gonna be super tired by the time it gets there. If I let it run the whole time, which I probably will, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Also, they've got a nice little fucking defensive position here. Nice for them. They're all in Yarrywall. So this is the thing about Yarrywall. You'll see this. I mentioned this a couple times now, but they're going to get tired over time from just being in Yarrywall. So by the time we arrive, they're going to be tired already. Got tips for me, my dude? No. Tip number 1, don't start playing a legendary. Yes. What does being tired do? Yes, less stats. Basically, just make sure your unit's worse over time. Like the lower, or the higher their tiredness is, the worse their stats become, essentially. Right, I'm gonna put you guys in the forest here. I'm actually gonna do the same tactic as I did last time. It is quite cheesy, but sometimes you gotta just go with the cheese, and because they only have 1 archer unit, so if we can take out their archer unit, then they'll either charge downhill, or at least we can just attack them with no threat, basically. We can just kind of set up perfectly. Because while they are in Yarrywall, they would destroy my men. If I charge my regular Shigaru into their Yarrywall, we're going to get demolished. So we need to be really careful that we don't do that, obviously. Started playing Shogun 2 yesterday as Shimazu by first campaign. Is Naginata Samurai cost effective? Yeah, Naginata Samurai is one of my favorite units. I definitely, again, I would recommend watching my top 5 units. They're in there, actually. Top 5 best units. And I've also done, except for Naginata units, I've done a list of all the like top X melee cav, top X ranged cav, top X ranged infantry, etc. Like I have all of the units except for Naginata units, because I just for some reason didn't do that one yet. But yeah, I'd recommend watching that. So you can see this unit's already winded from kind of running from over here. Units get tired pretty quickly in this game. And you will see these guys, actually they're still fresh, surprisingly. I would have expected them to be more tired by now. Is there attack move command in Shogun 2, or do you need to click on specific units? Do you mean like if you attack with a group? Or, because I know, that's one of those things I never use in the recent Total War games either, but I don't think it's in this game. But it might, I think it actually is. Like basically where you send them forward and then they attack the nearest unit to them. I do believe there is actually something like that in this game, but I never use it, so I'm not even sure right now. But I do believe so. But yeah, I think you have to group them up and then like control right click or shift right click or something like that. Promise the hero top 2, yeah. Look man, before I die, I'm sure I will do that. Okay, well while those units are getting into position, I can just do the strategy to make their archer come towards us, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We may have to move up a ton more though, because it is quite difficult to lure units in a decent distance. At a certain point they're like, okay, fuck this, I'm giving up, and they're going to go back home. Naginata Sama full legendary armor is crazy OP, yeah. Basically, Naginata Samurai can have the highest armor in the game, so they're just absolute tanks in terms of taking arrow damage, and also... Oops, don't want to select all my units. Am I not in range yet? There we go. They're tanks in terms of tanking range damage, but also just they're really solid in melee. Like in a 1v1 against Katana Sam or something, they will lose eventually, but they can basically hold the line for just a really long period of time. How strong is Great Guard? They're incredibly strong, but super expensive and almost impossible to recruit. Because you need to have Kyoto before you can recruit them, and that makes them really kind of iffy. Let's get you over here, because I'm probably going to charge this unit again. I just want to kill it as fast as possible. But I want to make sure they get into range of my archers first, so they'll start focusing on my archers and not on my cavalry. Because I don't want my generals to get shot. While they can tank some... Oh god, cancel that. Didn't mean to start moving my entire army. Okay, I definitely accidentally messed up movement on my entire army, but it's okay. Alright, let's get in there. I accidentally selected my entire army and gave a movement order, so that was obviously not what I meant to do. Okay, so the Ashigaru are charging downhill, but we're going to be done with this unit. by the time they arrive, so that's going to be okay. Already wavering. You can see these guys are winded now, and they're winded already as well from just sitting in Yari Wall. Alright, so they're broken. Broken isn't shattered though, but they are basically sending their entire army up. I'm hoping I can shatter them, but there we go, got them. Okay, so now we're going to get back this way, and you need to get the fuck back as well, real quick. And we're just going to make our line a little bit wider, put them in Yari Wall, and watch the carnage unfold. Alright. Yadi Amazing. It's very annoying. Whenever I select units now, I hear Yadi Amazing, which is also my sub sound, so it's kind of confusing. Alright, put them in Yari Wall. Have been discovered, my lord. Right, there you go. Come and attack me, you little bitch. What are you gonna do about this? There you go, Yadi Amazing. It's a little bit louder when it's a sub sound, which is good to know. Has being tired have a big effect like in Rome 2? Yeah, definitely. Being tired makes your units significantly worse. Right, so they're kind of walking up right now, which is very convenient because it means my archers just get to do some damage to them. Are we shooting? Yeah, we're shooting their general. It's where you can see how archers really aren't that fantastic because we're doing almost nothing. Though I believe some of you guys aren't doing anything because of the angle we're firing at right now. Kind of on a uphill slope here. Okay, and there we go, now we're firing. Ooh, Bob Weaver 3000.
It is always good to
became an
see
Ashigaru.
friends come to take tea and
Talk of many things. Thank you so much, dude, for becoming a Ashigaru member. Okay, let's not actually do this shit. Man, I totally don't remember the AI of Shogun 2 being this fucking responsive. So I tried to flank, and immediately they sent their cav over to basically 1v1 me. Which is obviously not what we want, so I need to be real careful here that I wait until they're in melee. In Free Kingdoms, you can certainly be a lot less... You could be more careless. I guess the AI is super predictable in Free Kingdoms. It might not be as predictable in this. Not as predictable as I remember anyway. Yeah, thank you so much, Bob Weaver, for becoming an Ashigaru member, dude. Very kind. Alright, so let's get a charge in there. Let's get some buffs out as well. So back charges in this game are super effective. Like, this is a Yari unit, but it's going to rout in a second from just being charged in the back. Surprised it hasn't routed yet. The longer you stay in melee, though, the more risky it becomes. So I'm actually going to have to get out of here now because their general's charging into me as well. My general, my daimyo right there, getting a little bit low on HP. Their general, one of them has routed already, so that's good. Okay, there we go. They routed now. A little bit later than I was hoping they would, but that's okay. Let's take you guys out of Yari Wall, start flanking around. You can see here, this unit was up against the Yari Samurai and the Yari Ashigaru, and they're still on half HP. And they killed 143 men. So you can see they killed more than they lost, and they were up against like a unit and a half, one of which was an actual samurai unit. But again, it's not a super clear thing because obviously this unit was fighting as well. But you can see this one took obviously a lot more damage. So they did a lot more. Anyway, does experience on weaker outweigh better tier units? Yes. If I understand what you mean, as in it has a bigger impact. Even though it's only a +1 for both units, a +1 on a unit that only has 2 base stats is better than a +1 on a unit that has 10 base stats, if that's what you mean. Like, it has a better percentage impact. So yes. But that does not mean that samurai units and warrior monks are not worth it or anything. Like, they are definitely worth it. It's just that... As playing as the Oda, you essentially just don't want to do anything other than Ashigaru, even in the late game, like the late game. Heal advantage of P? Yes. Right. That's one thing. In Shogun 2, the combat, like the battle map essentially, is incredibly important. Like, I think probably the most important in any Total War game. And it has some of the biggest features as well. You can have gigantic fucking mountains on this game. You can have them in Medieval 2 as well, actually. Or at least in the mods that I played. I don't know if it's like always, but yeah, maps are the hills and the forests are super important in this game. Like, hill advantage is incredible. Forest advantage is also really incredible. A forested hill is like the best thing you can get if you're playing a defensive battle anyway. It's just, yeah, it's super important, because hill or a forest basically make it so you don't take any damage from range, or barely any damage. Like, it's incredibly strong. Nothing like any other Total War game. If you're in a forest in Shogun 2, you just don't have to worry about range fire anymore, basically. And hills, just the hill advantage is incredibly important as well. I have so many battles on my channel where I just have like only Ashigarus and they're on a hill with their spears down, and you basically can just go get a cup of coffee. You can leave the computer for 10 minutes, and when you come back, you've won. Like, there's nothing to do in those types of battles. Anyway, right, let's send you in here. Can we reach? Yeah, we can. Perfect. So let's take out the Tokugawa. There go they. Cheeky Autozolf. Could have made them my vassal, just, you know, because it's fun. Got a market as well, so we can recruit a Metsuke. The thing is, though, once we take Saruga, we're going to have a similar thing to what we had in the Shimazu campaign, in that Tsukushi has that same building, which allows us to recruit level 3 Metsuke. So we're probably going to wait until we have that before we do that. So you're going to go back into Owari, and then you guys are going to stay there together for now, I think. I could move him here. I could possibly even attack this right now, but I don't know if I'd win that. I don't know what's in there, unfortunately. Happiness is going to be okay there, so that's not a problem. And we are recruiting a unit here as well. Yes, we are. We just want to recruit as many units as possible right now. That's like the main goal. We also have Cav now, which means that they might want to trade with me now, yeah, because I have cavalry. So let's see if I can get some money from them. Probably not too much because it's still early game. There you go. We can already get 1,000 from the Kizo just right now, this early on. So we definitely will. Looks like it's not going to be much better than 1,000, but 1,250. Take it. 1,400 perhaps. Nope. As I said in the last campaign as well, when it says we might be able to come to an agreement, it's just a no. I could try this right now, and then they're like, military alliance? Like, no, that's not what I fucking wanted, is it?
An unexpected meeting.
An unexpected meeting. Alright, so we're gonna just grab the 1,250. We can marry their daughter as well, but I bet she's ugly. So, right, so there you go. We got a little bit more money. We can build some farms of that, and I think we will. Let's build up the ones in Mikai. Yeah. Also, this is actually going to be our Cav recruit. Nah, maybe it'll actually be Kai. Yeah, since we're going to be recruiting our infantry from here, I think Kai will be a recruitment province for cavalry, since they also have Cav there. So I think we're just going to leave the market in Mikawa. One other thing that's important to know in this game, and I think this might be more of a thing on Legendary than it is on normal, as I've just realized, but still good to know for the future if you do end up playing on Legendary difficulty, is that happiness in provinces, you always get some resistance to invaders, right? So you can see here we only have, well, we start with 4 because we took it last turn and 1 went away already, so we start with 4. In Mikawa, it started on 7 because it is a former capital of a major clan. So the 12 major clans in the game, their capitals will be super unhappy, and on Legendary this would have been minus 14 or minus 12 or something. So you end up on like stupendous amounts of dissatisfaction or low public order because it was a capital of a former major clan. So you got to be really careful with taking that, especially when you're playing as any other clan and you take Mikawa and then Owari. You usually end up sitting here for a very long time. But again, on normal difficulty, it doesn't seem to actually be that big a deal. But even so, worth noting anyway. Let's upgrade the farms here too, since we have the money. And then I think that's going to be that. I think next turn, if this guy doesn't do anything annoying, he's probably going to attack the rice paddies, actually. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing, but either way, we might just attack him in the field. We'll have loads of units there. So yeah, no more trade or anything. Let's end the turn. Is Blood DLC worth to buy? Again, I would recommend watching my... Ooh, okay. Oh, defensive... Oh, he's actually not gonna... Yeah, he's attacking the farm like a little bastard. I would recommend... There's a link in the description to the must-have DLCs for this game. I would watch that. Basically, they're all must-have except for the Blood Pact DLC. That's like personal preference. It's actually more expensive than it was when I made that video, which is a bit weird. Although it might be discounted now because of there's a 75% discount on all the DLCs, I think. So if you're going to buy DLC, do it now. And there's one more... The Dragon Battle Pack or something DLC, that one's not worth it because it has the same battles that Fall of the Samurai has. So if you buy Fall of the Samurai, you'll just get those battles for free essentially. It's like the historical battles, and they're just not really worth buying. But there's a couple DLCs I would definitely recommend getting. Capture a province, we can do that. Okay, so we didn't replenish this turn because we were being besieged, which is a bit annoying, but not really a huge deal. Although we did have a decent bit of attrition, but it's okay. Should be able to take whatever they have, though. So they are now sitting there. Can you guys reach this by yourselves? Yeah, you definitely can. I think on normal difficulty, enemies don't really run away either. So if we were to move these 3 units over, then they will... like, if I attack them right now, they will not run away, obviously. If I move an extra... on legendary difficulty, if I were to move these 3 units over, then they'd be like, oh shit, this is way in their favor, let's not attack this anymore. And they would run away. But on normal difficulty, I'm pretty sure enemies almost never run away. So I'm actually just going to move them right there. And then I'm going to take this and attack these guys before they become even more annoying. Alright, it's just a general and boy Shigaru. I'm just going to auto-resolve that. Close victory. Okay, that was actually kind of a shit auto-resolve, to be honest, but oh well. So here's another trick. We can't reach, but our general has... ah, shit, in this case, actually, it's the other way around, because he moved from here. But generally, your generals have more movement, so you can usually move your general outside of an army to actually end up attacking anyway. But in this case, we have some other units that can do that. And of course, unlike Warhammer or Rome 2 or Free Kingdoms, you can move units out individually, so we can actually just attack with this Yari Samurai here. He could be by himself, which is good. And now, he served his purpose, so we're going to get rid of him, because I don't want to wait for him to replenish. This province is super happy now because of military crackdown. We basically got rid of a rebellion. That army was considered a rebellion, even though they technically owned the province before. So we'll repair our farms again. And then we'll just go back in there. Actually, well, we're probably going to build up a second army here with this guy. Don't know where we're going to go with it yet, but for now, we'll build it up anyway. Then, one other thing that's important to note about being able to move units outside of armies is that they only replenish when they're either inside of a town or with a general. So if I move this guy out here, you'll see that he can't replenish anymore because he doesn't have a general. So you actually need to make sure, if in those specific cases, that you keep him with a general. But they can move around the map by themselves. So it's good for when you're trying to replenish or reinforce armies like these 3 units here. You don't need a general to bring them over. You can just have them run by themselves. Which gives DLC Shimazu Heavy Gunners and Donabus Cav. That is the... yeah, they already answered. Sengoku unit, Jedi Unit Pack DLC. That's the must-have. Like, if you were going to buy one DLC, that's the one I would say you should buy. Because it gives you a single unique unit for every clan in the game. And then, of course, the Ikuiki, Otomo, and Hattori you won't be able to play until you buy those DLCs. But once you do buy those DLCs, you have a unique unit for them as well. Although, the Hattori one is shit. Wait, did the Otomo actually even get it? What's the Otomo unique unit from that? Did it get one? Because the Ikuiki get the... well, the Ikuiki get the same one as the Weisugi, which is the Marathon Monks. What's the one for the Otomo? Is it Thunderbuss Cav? I can't even remember. YCA remove detached unit in recent Total War games. I don't know why. Thunderbuss? Is Thunderbuss the unique one? Are you sure? It's a fucking good one. Man, a year ago I would have fucking remembered all this stuff, but it's been a while since I've played this, like, a lot. Anyway, so, again, just basically never stop recruiting units, because they're super good. We're going to get a ninja as well, although let's see what I can build right now, because I might not have the money for that at the moment. We want to build the harbor and then the trails, and then we don't have enough money left over. I might even want to build something here, actually, after we take care of this, so let's do that. So yeah, they didn't run away. We could auto-resolve this, but I'll fight this one manually. So 2 generals, 2 Yari Shigaru, 1 Boa Shigaru. Never going to be a problem. How many armies do you usually have before Realm Divide? So I try to usually get myself ready for Realm Divide. So if I know Realm Divide is coming up pretty soon, I tend to just kind of put a pause on expanding and just build up all my territories, make sure I have enough to defend myself, especially when I'm playing a clan that isn't... like, if I'm not bordered somewhere. Because, for example, when I'm playing as the Oda, I always try and expand eastwards or northeastern, so I can make sure I'm up against the wall, right? Up against the ocean, and no one can attack me from the rear. Because if you're realm dividing and you can get attacked from all sides, it's obviously going to be a lot more difficult to defend yourself than if you only have one united front, or, you know, one area where you need to put one army in the south, one army in the north, and you can hold. You're generally going to have an army around your capital too, or at least somewhere in the back, because naval invasions become a pretty prominent thing once you've gone through Realm Divide. So I'd say basically, if you have one united front, I'd definitely have like 2 armies there, at least, 1 army in the back, and I generally have another 4th army or something as well. You can even have some, you know, if you can't afford like actual proper armies, have at least 2 good armies that can expand, and then 1 army of Ashigaru or whatever. But basically, I have usually 4 armies, or at least 3, I think. Anyway. I never thought to question it, but does having more generals in a battle help in some way? And if yes, then how? So generals, the main general, when you attack with several generals in an army, the main general always gets 10 experience if you win the battle, and the secondary generals get, I think, 1. If you take them out of the army and they reinforce that battle, they get 3 experience instead. I think that's how it works, if I remember correctly. So they do get some extra experience. I generally just have more generals in an army, generally, yeah, in an army early on, because there's basically no reason not to, because early on you generally only have 1 army. Like, I'm playing as the Oda now, so I'll build more armies, but most of the time you'll just have 1 army. So you'll just put all your generals inside, because it's just an extra 40 men who could flank around, right? It's just a cav unit. It's a decent unit that can flank. I'm gonna take this guy away from here, actually. He's a bit wounded, so let's keep him in the back. Let's have these guys as our line. I wonder if they're actually coming towards us. It looks like they are, so maybe we should head ourselves into the forest. Nah, let's just stay here. Fuck it, I don't care. I'll put you guys back here, the archer there, and we're gonna have this guy up front, because then he can just tank the damage. Did I mess something up? Oh, right. Let's do this. I accidentally grabbed the archer unit in there as well. It's not my intention. And we'll put you back here. Yes, also more rally and yeah, other abilities. But yeah, rally and inspire are the only real abilities you get until you get stand and fight, which is the most important ability in the entire game, in my opinion. It's so good. Really didn't enjoy the roundabout mechanic. Yeah, it's definitely one of the harder... You guys need to be running, by the way. It's one of the harder mechanics in Total War games, honestly. It's just kind of a... It's definitely a nuisance, but it's what makes the game challenging. Because honestly, like... Let's keep you over here against that general. The game is honestly... you know, it has an initial challenge, which is always difficult. Once you overcome that, it's basically pretty simple. Then Roundabout makes it a little bit more spicy again. And then, of course, that's going to get easier again over time as well. Once you get into a position where you can essentially not lose anymore. But even so... God, I don't remember units flanking this much in Shogun 2 before. So this is one of those situations where if a general were to attack me in and I'm not in Yariwal, I'm actually not that fussed. Because... yeah, you can attack that unit, actually. I'm just going to charge these guys in. It's going to be kind of a weird battle. But yeah, I probably shouldn't put them up there, to be honest. I've totally forgotten all the strategies of Total War, or Shogun 2 specifically, sorry. You're actually still not going to join in. Just have you run around that way. I'm going to put these guys in Yariwal, put him in Yariwal, put this one in Yariwal, run it to where I need to be. Put this one in Yariwal before it gets into melee. And then now, at least we have everything in Yariwal. We don't care about this unit dying, because it's just a retainer unit. Garrisons in this game. I'm actually going to charge you guys over as well. Generals in this game, sorry, garrisons in this game, you basically don't, if you get a turn of not being besieged anymore, they are completely fine again. So there's no reason to, sorry, let's take them out of Yari and charge them in. They actually do have a Yari, they have a Yari, no, they have only Yari Shigaru, so it's all fine. Yeah, there's no actual garrison units in this game, like, or garrison... I don't know what I'm fucking trying to say right now. Basically, it's not like other games where they have to replenish. They replenish fully instantly, like, after a single turn of not being besieged. Or even, like, not even a single turn. If let's say I'm being besieged by an army in the end turn phase, they attack me, and I win the battle, and then I get attacked in the same end turn phase by another army, sorry, they lose the battle. And I win the battle, and I get attacked by another army in the same end turn phase from the same faction or a different faction, doesn't matter. As long as I'm not besieged for like a second, the unit is automatically fully replenished again. So you don't care about them dying because it's going to be fine again immediately. Fucking difficult to talk and play at the same time, isn't it? It's only what I do for a living. I just forgot I have a minimap as well, because I never have a minimap on Legendary, because you have Battle Realism. I don't even know if I'll be able to reach this unit. They're going to survive, but that's okay. We should be able to kill them off within the same turn. You have a universal guide on technologies for all or most clans. I don't think I've done any videos on technology, no. But I can kind of go over the most important stuff if you want. It's what I'm here for. So they're dead, but no one cares. Because they're immediately fine again. Well, I can't show it actually technically, but if we were to attack again or get attacked again, they're already fine again. Alright, let's get you guys. Okay, don't be a bitch. Carry them inside. I showed this tip last time as well, but yeah, you can carry units inside if they can't quite reach. Still unhappy right now, because the castle never got repaired, of course, which I'm assuming means we had mounted unrest. Easy way to check if you had mounted unrest is just go to this finance tab. You'll see this unit is, or this town is blinking, which means that it was mounting unrest. So if we were to leave this place and not keep it happy, it's going to have a rebellion. So we need to make sure we don't have that happen. I do want to kill this guy off though, because it's literally just 2 small units. So we're going to send some stuff out and then probably run back in. But I should be able to math it out, so we're going to be fine regardless. Can you show how did you level up generals? I did it earlier, and in the last stream as well actually, but I can do it again. 2 points in here on level 2, then on level 3 you put the final point in here, you keep your other points. On level 4 you put all 3 points in infantry leader, so you get stand and fight, which is the most important ability in the game, and also get more melee attack for your infantry. Then level 5 you put 1 point in poet, 1 point in religious, and 1 point in honorable. These ones don't actually really matter, but you just need them to get to inspirational, which you put all 3 points in on level 6, and then you basically get that for the upkeep reduction and the replenishment rate in this province. There you go. Okay, so let's see here. So we're gonna get an extra 5-6 happiness next turn, which means that we can move out 4 units right now without any repercussions. So we're gonna move out 4 units, as you might have expected. One of the ones that hasn't. There you go, that one. All right. See you later. And we got to level 3. So it feels awkward to spend a point and then save the other one, but you have to do this with almost every... I can actually get all the way over here, and there's probably nothing in there too. I need to consider that in a second. Yeah, it feels counterintuitive, but you gotta do it with Metsuke's, you gotta do it with ninjas as well. Again, I showed how to level those up in the previous stream as well. If I don't mention something in here, I might have mentioned it in the previous stream. I'd recommend watching both. Recommend watching that one after this one, or at some point anyway, but... yeah. Also, I have a bunch of subs I need to read out. So we have Pogderp, Robin Beatse, Sariut, Zakhu, Hitsujikai Amira, Nicodem, Tenebris, and a Russian name that I can't pronounce. Thank you guys all for subbing. Welcome to the channel. Anyway, I'm going to take a peek here, because I feel like I can... Oh, there is actually some stuff there. What are you? Because we only have Ashigaru, but we have leveled up Ashigaru, so I feel like I'd still do this anyway. It's a Ashigaru and a bow unit. This is... I would actually not recommend playing like this, by the way. This is a bit risky, but it's also kind of fun, so... Thanks for the answers. No worries. Although I'm assuming you're not talking to me. I'm pretty sure other people were answering your questions. Anyone played Last Alliance mod for Shogun 2? I actually have a couple of streams on that as well. I hated it at the time. I know there's a big update now and I should probably try it again, but I tried talking to the lead developer of that mod and they would not listen to any advice, and I thought the game, or the mod, was terrible at the time. You know what, Fog's actually alright because they got a bow unit and we don't. Yeah, they're the idea, like, the unit look amazing. I'm assuming most of it's gonna be great, but the unit balancing was fucking horrible. Like, units having 30 something morale, 50 morale, whatever, I can't even remember what it was, and then basically not routing until they lose the last man. That's not fun gameplay, in my opinion. It was just trash in that regard. So I'm hoping they'll change that at some point. I know they're Numenorians and they're great warriors, etc., and they're supposed to have high morale, but it just wasn't fun. Is there any mod that gives this game more awesome? What do you mean? This game's awesome enough as it is. It doesn't need more awesomeness. But I will say that a lot of people like Master of Strategy. I don't personally, because it... Jesus Christ, stop subbing, for fuck's sake. No, don't. There's the Master of Strategy mod, but... okay, so... Master Strategy is basically an overhaul mod, but it also has the Extended Japan mod. Well, Extended Japan is essentially a province or a mod that adds like 150 something provinces or something to the game, and it makes the game and your movement becomes like a fifth or something of the normal movement. Like basically, it slows the game down a lot. And I personally don't like super long Total War games. I don't like Warhammer or well, at least the Vortex campaign for that same reason. I just don't like campaigns that last too long. Sorry, not the Vortex campaign, the Mortal Empires campaign, sorry. And like Rome 2, Attila, all those games, they fucking last, you know, I have to ask my great-great-grandchildren to finish the campaign for me, is what I always say. And I don't like that. I want to finish my campaigns in, you know, 15, 20, 30 hours with 3 kingdoms. I can get over that as well. So Extended Japan makes the campaign just last way too long for my liking. But yeah, a lot of people do like that. I do believe it has a bunch of fun stuff as well. I'm just wondering if we're being shot yet, by the way, or not. No, we're good. We actually all hit him now, so that's good. Is bow cavalry useful? I think they're one of the worst units, but to each their own in that regard. But again, honestly, when you're just getting the game, just try units out. But yeah, just watch my top X units list, link in the description, and you'll find out what I think of all the units in the game, basically. I loved asking my great-great-grandchildren to take over the Aztec Empire Medieval 2. Yeah. For use, oh yes, extended camera mini mod. I'm using that one as well. There's actually all the mods I am using right now are in the description, but those aren't gameplay changing mods. Those are only mods that change how the game looks, or like a camera mod that allows me to zoom out further. I cannot play without the camera mods in any Total War game. I don't understand why they limit your fucking camera movement so little. Like the normal zoom out is like this, I think. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it's like this. And I just always need to. I need to be a little bit higher up. I need to be able to see what's going on the battlefield. Okay, they're actually coming towards my general now, so let's run him away a little bit. Actually, let's walk him away. I can still do my luring tactic and just basically lure them into my Yara Shigaru. They're going to discover these guys pretty soon. We'll start charging them soon now. I have to charge with Yara Shigaru. Yeah, there we go. So instead of being in Yari Wall, which is what obviously one we prefer doing, but here's what we can do. So we can do that, put them in Yari Wall anyway, and I kind of walk in or run into them. So just because we are attacking doesn't mean we can't use Yari Wall effectively. So now we walked into them while being in Yari Wall, so it still works out. They put themselves in Yari Wall as well though. I'm going to try and kill this unit first, because we're holding that one anyway. So we'll route that one and then I'll charge in the back. Okay, they've actually gone out of Yari Wall here. I can charge them like crazy. See that shit? It's mental. Alright, and then my general is just going to kill... There we go, I've already won. Kill these units both off so we can take the town immediately afterwards as well. That'd be nice. Why is Rise of the Samurai bad? God, I have to remember now. But one of the major reasons Rise of the Samurai is bad is because unit balance is poor. I think we actually killed both these units off fully now. Unit balance is really shit. So there's basically levy units in the game, unlike Yari Shigaru in this game, are completely and utterly fucking useless. They're absolutely horrible. Every single unit in the game is in loose formation as well by default. There's no loose formation, tight formation. They're just always in loose formation because it was like less organized and stuff. And like the idea behind it is fine, but it plays horribly. The only units that are worth recruiting in the late game, or not even units, or the only unit that's worth recruiting is Foot Samurai, which on ultra unit size is 60 men. 60. On ultra unit size in regular Shogun 2, units are 200 or 160, or 240 in some cases. Or 120 or 100, but yeah, the smallest unit is like 100, except for hero units, which are 40, but that's, you know, different story. Yeah, 60 men per unit. Cavalry units are like 20 on ultra unit size. 20 men. It just, the unit balance is so fucking off. It is really bad. Like, levy units are horrible, and then attendants are kind of okay, but you basically just want to skip over them and go straight for Foot Samurai. And Foot Samurai are an archer unit and a melee unit in one. And they're just like the ultimate unit, and you never recruit anything else. Not even cav are really worth it. You just have Foot Samurai only, and it's just dumb. And there's some other stuff. What's the Yari Wall hotkey? Shift free. There are some other things as well, but I can't even remember exactly. It's been a while since I played it, but it's just trash. Alright, we killed them instantly, so that's good. Now we're gonna take the town. Thanks. Alright, and we got our call to arms, which means we can recruit more units, which is definitely what we want playing as the Oda. Just get another unit. I might want to get some more archers at some point. I think I need to stop expanding so fast right now, though. Yeah, let's get one more archer. One more archer. Right. So we're going for Todofuken now. You know what? I'm half tempted to actually go for Heaven and Earth right away, but I feel like that might be a bit overkill. I think I'm gonna make a small detour for that. No, we'll get Todofuken first. We don't do morale yet. How does Fall of the Samurai work as it's a standalone game? Yeah, it used to not be, but now it is. You basically, you just start it up as a standalone game. Well, actually, I'm not sure, because for me, if I want to play Fall of the Samurai, I still start up Shogun 2, because I got it before it became a standalone game. Speaking of Fall of the Samurai, it's been an hour and a half almost. Let's give away some keys. So I'm gonna write down. Give me a second here. Will you show the most essential text? Oh yes, I'll do that in a minute as well. I'll write down 2 numbers between 1 and 100. Give me a second to write them down first. So we're gonna go for okay. I've written down 2 numbers between 1 and 100, and you all get 1 guess. And the first people to guess one of these numbers will get Fall of the Samurai. So if you don't have Fall of the Samurai yet, then quit some like half to teach the new guys how to kill enemy general. I did that in the last campaign. Wait, donkey? Why would I wait? Shut the fuck up. Wouldn't mind the key. Fall of the Samurai is fucking great. People will spam the shit out of these. We did this yesterday, Tabaka, and it worked fine. Oh, got super close on one of them already. Oh, here we fucking go. Okay, I gotta fucking scroll back and keep an eye out on this. Oh my god. Not yet. Oh my god, I've seen several times where it's like right next to the number that I have, but not. Oh my god, this is... I gotta scroll up further again. Okay, I'm seeing people spam several numbers, so... For example, Ani Root Pakala, if you get the right number, I'm not gonna say it because you spammed like 4 numbers in a row. Probably more than that. God, I've gotta refresh on the goddamn numbers that I chose. Okay, Robin Beatsa got it with 63. That's 1 number. The other one is still not found though. Oh, I see someone guessed it, but let me just make sure no one else guessed it before that. Let's scroll back up again. Oh god, this is way more difficult than last time. Last time people guessed it really quickly though, to be fair, except for 1 number, I guess. Okay. See, a friendly rebel, you guessed it, but you wrote down 5 numbers, so you don't get it. Oh my god. This is fucking impossible. Yesterday this went so well. I'm gonna scroll all the way up again and go through it again just to make sure I'm not missing this. Oh my god, the chat's actually... I can't even scroll up far enough to go all the way back to the beginning of the number spam. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Tabaka. Oh my god, what is this? How has no one guessed the number? Wow. Oh, wait, okay, someone guessed it again. Let me just make sure. I need to scroll up again. I have to keep refreshing the chat, basically, to make sure no one's guessed it before. Yeah, I saw the number. Fuck me. This is ridiculous. Okay, let me just ban some people that spam several numbers. Hide user on this channel. I don't even do timeouts. It's fucking straight up banned. See you later. Okay. Right, so the second winner is Limao Herminia with number 5. We are number 5. Okay. So it was well, that other person. Just do questions. No, we got it. Those two people that won. I've forgotten your names. Hopefully someone wrote them down. Hopefully Uzalot's still here because he wrote them down yesterday. It was very kind. You two people that won the giveaway, please check the go to the description. There's a link to my Discord. Please join that and then send me a DM. And then I'll need some confirmation to make sure it's you. And then I'll give you a key after the stream. There you go. Robin said the numbers 3 times. For fuck's sake. Did he actually? Did he say 3 different? I can't even scroll up that far anymore, so I wouldn't even be able to check. Fuck's sake, why did people not just give one number? Okay, Robin, you didn't win. So Limao Herminia did win. I'm gonna do another number then. Okay, sorry that person who first won, you didn't win because you spammed numbers apparently. Let's do okay, one more number. The first person to guess it will win Fall of Samurai. He didn't, he says. Now I don't know. I'm trusting my mod though. Restart? No. Fuck you, friendly rebel. You spammed again. Okay, it's already got Max Collison got it. Max Collison 84. Okay, Max Collison and the other person who did actually win. You guys, yeah, contact me on Discord. There's a link in the description to my Discord page. There we go. You guys got it. Okay. Right, should I continue the fucking campaign now? I mean, that's probably a good idea, isn't it? Okay. It's already done, guys. It's done. It's fucking done.
Ideal for whittling down.
Oh my god, it's the first boy Shigari recruited. That's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna just make your way back for now. Our lovely taking nutrition over there. Okay. I'm gonna just send all of the new recruits up this way because we're easily have enough happiness. Stand outside, carry them in. Oh, we can't carry these boys inside. What the hell? Well, leave them outside then, in the cold. Wait, which? That was that one, wasn't it? Ugh. Okay. Right, those ones. So Mikao wasn't unhappy this turn, so we can actually just move on immediately, and we're gonna send them into Totomi. Now we're gonna be able to. No, we can't carry them inside either because they didn't even reach. Son of a bitch. Okay, we're gonna build a building in Totomi. So I do kind of want to build some markets because I'm again gonna recruit units there, but I also need to get sake dens to keep the happiness up. So we're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna build the trills here because I want to get the trills up, and I kind of want to do another trills, but then I can't recruit as many units as I want to recruit right now. Plus, I want to build this up first anyway. So let's spam out some more units. Actually, let's get 2 Boa Shigaru here. Yeah, because we got a bunch more. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And then I'll get another bow and melee here, and then I'll get another melee infantry there. Right, and then in Mino, we don't really need happiness, do we? No, we definitely don't. So let's bring these guys all back to Owari. And this guy can just kind of get there next turn, because I don't want to make him take attrition, or not gain replenishment right now. How do you move armies information on the battlefield so they keep the information and do not get mixed up? Unfortunately, in this game, you can't really. There are some buttons on the bottom left that you can use, but there's nothing like the newer Total War games where you kind of hold, like you select the entire army, then hold Alt and then move them up. That doesn't exist in this game yet. That was added in Rome 2, I think. But you can click, there's a little button you can press, there's keybinds for it as well, that basically moves your entire army go forward. Or you can turn them, but it becomes very awkward very quickly because unless you group them up, they move individually forward. So if you have a couple units standing like that, and then the rest is straight, the units straight will go forward, and the units like that will just go further away like that. So you need to either group them up and then do it, or basically just move them individually every single time, like I do generally. Waiting for confirmation. Join the Discord. Just send me a DM. You can just right click my name and send me a DM. But yeah, basically, if you can, because I'm assuming you're in the welcome hall. Yeah, you need a Metsuke needs to answer your or ask you a question, etc. But you can just send me a DM and that'll work out. All right. So we've done that recruitment. We are happy right now. Yeah, this is still unhappy, but that's okay. We have no other deals to make, I don't think. So no, we're just gonna keep turning. There's 2 more keys I'll give away this stream. And then I'm out of keys to give away. Oh wow, actually I should have mentioned that sooner, because I just realized we lost like 40 people since I gave away the keys, and then the people who didn't win are probably like, okay, I'm fucking out of here. Fuck this little bastard. So that's messed up. Alright, we're gonna move these 2 archers through. And then I'll recruit 1 more archer in here, and then more Ashigaru, and then 2 more regular Ashigaru here. Yari Ashigaru. And I want to build the farm there. Let me just get 1 less unit, maybe 2. No, 1 should be enough. Get these trills up as well. And happiness here is 9, so we can get out of here basically fully next turn. So we'll wait for these 2 to arrive, and then we'll still go take Saruga as well. Saruga. So you can kind of see the Oda, you just start building tons of units and you're totally fine. Nothing we can do there. What's the best Shogun 2 campaign mod? Don't ask me. Like I said, it's probably Master of Strategy, but I don't really play it myself. Do you remember the Rights of Man 3 for Shogun 2? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Ask a question next time, be easier. It worked out fine yesterday. Just this time was a little bit tough, but yesterday we did it and it was totally fine, Tabaka, so I'll just stick to the same strategy. Questions are annoying because then I have to read actual answers, like a billion answers. It's more annoying that way than just writing down numbers. How's it join the giveaway? Just wait. We just did a couple. We lost trade to Kitabatake on account of them being Deadzoid. Oh right, I was gonna go for the text, so let me just let me talk about the text for a second. So I think I'm gonna go for Heaven and Earth now. So early on, you want to get Way of Chi, you want to get Todafukun, you want to get Equal Fields, you want to get Tax Reform, you want to get Zen, and you want to definitely get Bushido, and then generally you want to get Strategy of Defense and Strategy of Attack as well. Those are like the must-have techs for early towards mid-game. After that, depending on what kind of units you're planning on recruiting, you want to just kind of choose here and what you're planning on doing. If you're going for archers, you definitely want to get Way of the Bow. You want to probably get Way of the Bow anyway because you get fire arrows, and then basically you just get better archers the further you go down here. Or at least upgrades for your archers, like accuracy for all bow units, reload rate for all bow units. Cavalry is this tree down here, these 2, the Form and Horse Mastery. So you want to get good cav, you need to go down this way. And this is infantry, or sword infantry. So you definitely want to get Way of the Sword for the Nodachi Dojo, and also the experience is pretty relevant. And Banzai is unlocked there, so those ones for sword are really important. Now, if you're planning on going spears, or which you shouldn't do, because again, Yari Samurai are terrible, so don't never do that. Naginata Samurai, however, technically you would have to go down this tree, because this is all spear and well, it's actually specifically spear, I just realized, not even Naginata. But yeah, this is for spear stuff. Basically, you just never need to go down this tree unless you want, for some reason, these hero units, which are okay, I'm sure, but they're hero units and they're kind of meh anyway. The best kind of hero units are definitely the cav ones, which you get from Form, which is a lot easier to achieve to get this one than all the way down here. So, if you want to get gun units, which again I never do because it takes way too fucking long to get down the tech tree to get them, but you need to get attack by fire and gunpowder mastery, and early on I actually need this as well, but you'll get that one anyway. But yeah, these ones are for gun units, which again I think they're far too far down the tree. Basically, you need this one actually before you can really recruit all of them. This is just going to get you fire projecting mangonels, which isn't even anything yet. So you need to get all the way down here to get any gun units really. Unless you're playing as the Atoma, of course, but that's a different story. In the tree of the Way of Chi, like I said, you definitely want to get down here And then if you want to get any warrior monk units, you want to go down to Essence of Spirit, which you'll need for the Nagata and Bow Warrior monks. After that, there's nothing in here that's really insane. So you can go for like Secret Police for Metsuke action reduction. But Metsukes, again, like I said before in the other stream specifically, are money makers only. You should basically never use them for anything other than making money. This is good if you want to go for like a bribing campaign or something, but that's really irrelevant. This one is generally worth picking up because it's only 4 turns and it reduces the cost of ninja actions, which is pretty good. Also allows you to recruit Kisho Ninja, but I generally don't in any normal campaign. And then you almost generally, if you're not spending a lot of time going for something like Gunpowder Mastery, you probably want to pick up No, Tea Ceremony, and then Sumo Tournament, because it's an extra little bit clan-wide tax rate, and it's clan-wide happiness, which is pretty good. And then on the way, you get some Daimyo honor and loyalty for all generals. So this basically confirms that your generals and Daimyo will never have any issues in terms of loyalty. And if you really want to make a ton of money, you want to go for Chunindo, because it gives you the land consolidation, which is going to give you a ton of, or basically the final upgrade for farms, which is worth a lot of money in certain provinces. Also gives you a bit of extra food, but you get that anyway from building the farms. And it also gives you the Master Bowmaker, which is the final upgrade for your ranged units in the Craftsworks buildings. So anyway, hopefully that answered the question a little bit. We encountered Atori, whom we are going to start trading with immediately. We recruited a bazillion units, that's all good. And let's see if we can trade with Atori. Can you pay me a bunch of money? Yeah. Not as much as I was hoping, but it's still early game, so we can't really expect too much money. 2,500 though is not bad. 2,750 perhaps. 2,900. You willing to go that far? Oh wow, okay. 2,950 then. Nope. All right, 2,900 it is. Sounds good. Thank you, my guy. All right. Heaven and Earth is a must-have. Oh yes, did I not mention that? Sorry, yeah. You need to get Heaven and Earth for the encampment, basically, and also ammunition for units and unit replenishment. This one is actually super important. Sorry, I totally forgot about that one. So yeah, encampment allows you to build the... it's basically the upgrade of either armor... this one is irrelevant. Ranged accuracy, melee attack, or charge bonus. And you basically want to have those in your recruitment provinces always. And in this case, we actually need them. Need it even. Like normally, I wouldn't go for it this soon, but we want to have it because that allows us to recruit our long Yari Ashigaru, which is by far the best unit in the game. And only the Oda get them if you have the Sengoku Judai unit back DLC. Anyway, let's get all of our roads upgraded fully now since we have the cash for it. I'm already upgrading those right now. Am I going to spend the rest of the money on building... We're not going to go for Cav here, so I'm not too fussed about this right now. I still want to get it at some point, but I'm not too bothered. So let's recruit a bunch more units again. Well, starting on the front line, actually, that's more important. So how many archers do we have here now? 6. Okay, that's massive fucking overkill on archers already. That's good to know. We can move out 3 of these units here as well, so let's do that. Should be able to move no problem, or make it no problem. Right, this now has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So we can have 2 more units, so 2 more Yari Shigaru is perfect for that. And then I guess the rest is going to just become a second kind of army. I'm definitely going to recruit a ninja now, though. And I guess I can recruit another one if I had the money, so let's just do that. We are going to get better ninjas pretty quickly, because we can get them in either Omi, Iga, or Ki. Which I just realized are... The 3 provinces where you can recruit ninjas are also provinces that only have 3 letters. Which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so we can get better ninjas there pretty early on, but for now we'll still need them anyway. We can actually get a 3rd one if we have the money, but I'm not too fussed about that right now. We don't have to, you know, like I said, you want to recruit units every single turn, but you don't have to go crazy on it. You can also, you know, take some precautions. Anyway, so next turn we're going to be full. We're going to just send this army to Suruga, and then this army is going to be unstoppable. I just finished watching your previous tutorial stream. Why the clan you chose there is supposedly better for beginners instead of that bow clan from the southern island? Because Katana Samurai are like basically the most vanilla units you can think of in Shogun 2. Like if you think of Shogun 2, you think of a Katana Samurai, which doesn't really make much sense because they didn't really use katanas on the battlefield back in the day. But anyway, they're basically they're the unit that everyone uses in every campaign, basically almost all the time. And then having a better version of them makes the Shimazu, plus they start in the corner, of course, makes it just a very solid clan to start with. Chosokabe makes some sense as well. They're both really good starting clans, but I personally just prefer the Shimazu, because you start with all the important stuff here. You have the blacksmith in Satsuma, you have the craftsworks in Buzen, so you have better infantry, or better melee infantry, better ranged infantry. You have the cavalry in Higo, so you have better cavalry, and then you have 2 provinces that make stupendous amounts of money, Sakushi and Hizen, and then you got, you know, some other random provinces, but whereas on Shikoku Island, you only have cavalry increase here, and then the rest of the resources here are basically all trash. So there's just a lot more to Kyushu Island than there is to Shikoku Island. And you start in the corner, which, you know, you start on an island here, so that's kind of a fairly safe province or a starting position as well. But starting in the corner, once you've taken the entirety of Kyushu, you're just so safe. You can basically never have any problems except for naval invasions. But, you know, that's why. Is Shogun 2 a good game to start learning Total War games? Yeah, a lot of people say that it's probably the best one, so I definitely recommend it. Chosokabe is hard, got wrecked 2 campaigns in a row with them. Fucking suck! Loser! Sorry, joke. Anyway, I think we're done here. Let's end the turn. Wow, great job, Quickie. We lost trade with the Anagakoji, which means we met the Takeda. They're not going to want to pay us a lot of money for trade because they, of course, already have war horses. So, yeah. Can't really get a whole lot from them. But perhaps I'll be able to get a bitch Koku? No. Still take trade, though. Still money. And the Shoni adopted Christianity. Shimazu and Otomo are at war. We recruited some more dudes. Yanagakoji got murdered, Takeda are encountered, and we built some buildings. As you do. Right, let's have you start checking out how the Shimazu are doing, and then I'll run you this way. Put you into Tomi for now. So there's the Kizo. We can definitely kill them off soon as well. We are trading with them right now, but we might as well use the second army to go deal with them. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. We lost our call to arms upgrade, so we're now not recruiting as many units per turn anymore as we were before. Right, we can't actually reach... Well, maybe we can actually. Let's try. Totomi's happy already. Ah, this is normal difficulty. On Legendary, this unit would have run away 100% of the time. On normal difficulty, they just kind of stand there and fight you. It's one of those pretty minor but important differences. So here's one of those very important things you need to learn as well, is that my army's out of movement, but my general has more movement, so I can take him out of the army and then just attack anyway. And then we can take that. And now, of course, like I said earlier, it's important to realize that this army doesn't replenish with no general inside, so we just pop him back in. Also, it's safer to pop them back in, because if for some reason there's an army here that I hadn't noticed yet, and they are declaring war on me and they attack me, my army would reinforce, but my general's inside by himself. So if we for some reason lose the battle, my general would be guaranteed dead. So you gotta be real careful with that. Alright, so this is Suruga, so we definitely want to build a market here, because we want to recruit our Metsukates here when we build the magistrate up as well. Which, did I build something else that I have so little money this turn? No. Did I recruit a bunch of units? I did. Don't know if I could actually cancel enough to make enough money. Yes, I will. That takes 3 turns to build. This takes 3. Yeah, okay. Because then in 3 turns we can recruit those units, which is pretty important. Okay. We can trade with the Hojo. Again, mentioned this before as well. They're already trading with the Takeda, so they're not going to pay me a lot of money either, because they already have war horses. Although, never mind. They're actually still willing to pay me a pretty penny. A couple thousand, which means I can still recruit my units after all, so that's nice. And again, like as I was going to say, important to note in Shogun 2 that trade agreements don't count as basically if you have a trade agreement with someone and you declare war on them, it's not considered dishonorable. An alliance or military access is, but did I already try this? No. But a trade agreement isn't, so you can declare war on someone that you have a trade agreement with no diplomatic repercussions whatsoever. So that is probably what we'll do. The Hojo are allied to the Takeda, however, so we need to be a little bit careful. So I think I am going to build this army up a little bit more. And then basically we're gonna take it on the advance. We're gonna take South Shinano, and then we'll have an army here, and then we'll have this army take out the Hojo, and then start working our way up towards the Takeda as well. During a battle, what are the most important or most used hotkeys in Shogun 2 that everyone should familiarize themselves with ASAP? Spacebar. Because a lot of people don't realize why, or don't understand why, or how you can see where units are moving, for example, once you've placed them. Hold the spacebar, that's like the most important thing, but it's the same in every single Total War game. Other than that, like I said, unit selection is control or shift. Like control clicking units individually, or shift can do to select an entire row of units. It's the same as Windows commands, basically how you would select Windows files in a folder. Oh, something in my eye. That's the same way you control units in this. Or select units in this. Right, I think we're done here. Sword, yeah, Bushido, okay, that's whatever. What's convinced you to like Three Kingdoms more than Shogun 2? Just general campaign stuff, like the diplomacy is really good. Oh, Kitsupatake had an army there and they took it. Now I lost trade with the Hattori, but it means I could get trade with Kizo again for a bunch of money. Mounting arrest Suruga. Oh, right. I was gonna say, we have a fucking army there, what are you talking about? But never mind, we didn't. The Kitsupatake are back. But yeah, a bunch of, yeah, just basically the campaign stuff. The battles in Shogun 2 are superior to Three Kingdoms, but the campaign stuff, in my opinion, is better on Three Kingdoms. Takeda Waisugi are at war. We recruited some units. The Shimazu are Gonaruni. Okay. Do we have all upgraded farms already? Yeah, we do. Okay. That's an important hotkey. I talked about this last time as well. The comma and full stop keys. You can switch between, like if you just spam full stop, you go for all of them. If you go spam comma, you spam for all of them in the other way. It's good to know. To go 3 times quickly. Like if I want to build a bunch of stuff up, I can just go like it's quick. Quick like. Anyway, I want to keep recruiting units here, so let's do that. What is this in here now? So that gives me 2 archers, so let's get that here, and then 2 archers from there, and that'll give me 4, that'll be enough for now. We should be able to get all of these out of here now, yep, so they're all going to go this way too. Build this army up ASAP. Ninja's going to go into Suruga. This ninja's going to just check out what the Takeda are up to. Could get some cheap experience by, oh, didn't mean to do that, by the sabotaging for 50 bucks, but I don't want to risk agonizing them. Agonizing them? Is that the right word? Okay. I probably want to upgrade the stronghold here, or the fort at some point to a stronghold here. This is going to be a money-making province, so it makes sense to do it here. Plus I need more markets as well, so I'm actually going to do that. Yeah, Mikawa's fine on happiness right now. Okay. We got trade with the Kitsupatake we can do. Let's see if they want to pay me some money. I'm not sure how much money they have since they just became a clan, but looks like they have something at least. Let us talk indeed. 2750. This is also a big money maker that I don't think a lot of people that start the game realize. Like, you always want to just try this. It takes some time. It's time consuming. It's a bit annoying, but it's so good. Again, especially if you have war horses, because it just means that people are willing to sell their fucking firstborn son just to be able to trade with you. Okay, so I want to upgrade this to a trading port, because then we can get trade through sea. And then I can actually build more up. I can build a harbor here, or get this finally. Yeah, let's get that. Why not? Okay. Why do you not like Rome 2? I think it's awesome. I don't remember exactly why I disliked it, but for one, the campaign is far too long for me. I just don't like those huge campaigns that take ages to complete. Also, when I look at Rome 2, I kind of have to vomit a little bit. I don't know, the graphics just don't do it for me. Shogun 2, personally, looks so much better, especially in battle. Unit detail is just so much better. I feel like it all looks the same. Unit balance, I remember, I didn't like so much in Rome 2. Again, in Shogun 2, you can use Ashigaru all the way to the end if you want to. In Rome 2, if you use levy units, they get absolutely fucking demolished, right? Like there's, and that makes sense in some cases, but I feel like it makes sense, but it's less fun in a gameplay from a gameplay perspective, in my personal opinion. Anyway, there's a lot of things where you have to think historical versus fun. Like, sure, something might be more historical, but is it more fun as well? Maybe not. Right, you got to make those decisions. Anyway, we can go on the offensive immediately. We can move out 12 units here. Actually, no, we can move out 18 units here. But do I want to? I guess I do. Let's just move out. Actually, no, we can move out more because we're getting more happiness as well. Plus, I can recruit a unit here. We can move out almost the entire army instantly. But I don't really want to recruit any units here because that's overkill. Let's try this real quick. Let's make sure my math is actually... Well, no, let's just assume that it's fine. You know what? I'll take the entire army. I'll just... yeah, fuck it. Takeda's going to join in. That's okay. We'll just exempt the province from tax for a turn. It's fine. Lost our trade with both those clans, but again, doesn't actually matter. Now we are noted. Noted. Definitely don't want a Yari Joyard. This is going to be a money-making province here as well. So yeah, Suruga is actually a little bit unhappy, but we can just do that, and then it's totally fine. Just need to remember to unexempt it next turn, or we lose a bunch of money. And then once we have Sagami, we're going to make that into our recruitment province, so... Oh, nice, they're upgrading it for me. Very kind. I'm going to have to cancel that, but that's going to be upgraded before I get there, so that's good. Very kind of them. Okay, so we are losing... So here's a little cheeky thing. Talked about this last time as well. So technically we can't afford to repair this because we haven't got the money, but if you press R, it still happens anyway. It's a bit cheese, I suppose, but it works, so why not? So we lost our trade with both those clans, so that's unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. Use Metsuge's to bribe and increase taxes. I'd say only taxes, basically. All my exes live in Texas. Mounting arrest in Mikawa. That's going to be fine. Oh, no, it's not actually going to remove the resistance to invaders. So this is actually where normally, because I normally have a sake den, so it's actually fine. But in this case, because we had a market there and I decided to keep the market, it's actually problematic. Like later on, we'll get extra happiness through our daimyo getting more honor or getting zen, for example. So then it still won't be a problem. But right now it is, so we need to recruit a single unit there just to keep it happy. Izu, being a former capital of a faction as well, is actually quite unhappy too right now. But that's okay. Right, so we're going to do that. I'm actually going to take the entire army again, just move out straight away. I'm not fussed. Ooh, lovely, an extra unit that can kill up right away as well. Very nice. There we go, level 4 now. We actually didn't even get to level 4 in the Shimazu campaign, and now we're already here. So now you can see we're going to spend all 3 of those points in infantry leader, which will give us +3 melee attack for all infantry, which, cancelling this, this unupgraded unit has 5 melee attack. So we're getting an extra +3 from that. So we're basically increasing it by, what was it, 5, so 66% or something like that. And now this unit will have 8. There you go, 8 melee attack. So you can see it's a huge upgrade. Okay, so here's another one of those things, right? So I've talked about in the previous one, especially the previous stream, how important how important honor is to your faction, because it gives you a bunch of bonuses like extra happiness in all your provinces faction-wide, more loyalty for your generals, things like that. However, sometimes you get a choice where it's actually kind of tough, because morale is also really good, especially when you're planning on going only Ashigaru. You're thinking morale is fucking great, right? But the problem is, or not the problem, the thing you got to remember is that units gain more morale with experience. So you can see this unit with 2 experience has 12 morale, as opposed to this unit with 0 experience having 0 morale, or 11 morale, sorry. So they've already gained 1, actually they've gained 1 from upgrading once, and then when they get to level 3, they'll get another 1, and then they'll get another 1 after 2 levels up after that. And if you're going to be using these units all the way throughout the campaign, they're going to mostly end up on 9 experience, so they're going to have an extra 4 or 5 morale. 12 morale is already insane, by the way. This is not even a problem. Like, Samurai have similar morale. In fact, I think they might be lower morale. Let me just look at this Yari Samurai. So Yari Samurai start with 10 morale. And that's a Samurai unit. That's what I mean, right? So, morale is just generally not as necessary. It is, you know, in really, really early game with certain If you're still using Ashigaru, you're not getting upgraded Ashigaru, because we of course have upgraded Ashigaru because we are playing as the Oda. But even so, I generally would take the honor. The other side of that is, of course, sorry, I keep fucking talking about this very minor thing, but I talked about this in the previous stream as well. You usually end up, if you play the game correctly anyway, you end up on like 8, 9, 10 honor anyway, and the maximum is actually 6, so 7, 8, or 9, or 100 doesn't do anything other, like, more than 6 does, essentially. So, while normally I would take the honor early on, if I already had 6 or more honor, I would have taken the +1 morale, because even though that does very little, it still does something, whereas +1 honor on top of the actual 6 honor I would have already had doesn't do anything, so it's completely irrelevant. So that's why, like, it depends on what part of the campaign you're in. Anyway, wow, what a fucking story about this tiny thing. So unimportant. So we've taken Sagami, which is going to be our recruitment hub. We are going to, yeah, definitely get rid of that, because I don't want firebomb throwers. They're pretty shit. We're going to be fine here, because I'm recruiting a unit. We are still recruiting other units, or not? I'm not recruiting any units right now. Okay. I am building some stuff, so I guess that's okay. We're going to move all of these guys in here. This is already a pretty sizable army anyway. I think we're just going to take this on the offensive and then go take out the Kizo. And then we have no money, unfortunately, to even do that small, like, because that's actually really good experience with a low-level ninja. I'll put him in there. So next turn we're going to run over, take Musashi, and then we're going to go back that way and take out the... I might not actually... Well, it depends on what this army does, so I need to keep an eye on them. Why Katana Samurai over Yari Waldo? Because at a certain point in the game, the enemies will have too many good archer units that you will not be able to sit there with Yari Ashigaru anymore, because they'll get slaughtered by arrows, and you'll need something a little bit tankier than that. So Yari Wall is insanely good, but arrows counter Yari Wall pretty hard. So you got to be careful. Like, this is the problem with the Oda in the late game, is that obviously you come up against pretty good armies that, like, while you may have insane melee units, but if you never get to go into melee, if they just shoot you from far away, you're in a bit of a problem. So you always got to work with the terrain. If you've got a forest, you're totally fine. If you don't have a forest, take a hill. If there's no hill, you just have a field battle. It's kind of rough. So you got to be careful. Regarding your previous stream, what is a good number of trade ships per trade node? 10. What are the best all-round warships to build without overthinking it? Medium bunes probably, but again, I'm not a naval expert. Like, that's the one thing I just don't give a fuck about in this game, or any Total War game. I just hate navy stuff. Bores me to no end. But yeah, 10 trade ships basically is fine. Peace. You piece of shit. All right, so that's what I was kind of afraid of, is going that way. So I have to actually send my army back that way too. Otherwise, I'm gonna get ruined. Ruined. Right, so we're going for martial stuff, so we're definitely going to go that, and that's going to speed this up, so we're going to get this in 6 turns, although not actually, because that's going to run out in 4. So probably 8 turns we're going to get it in, which doesn't even speed it up that much, but it's fine. Right, so now we can recruit level 3 Metsukes, and I've talked about this in the other stream as well, but I'll showcase it again next turn once we can actually put him in somewhere. Put 2 points into Magistrate, 1 point in Secret Policeman, because this is completely pointless. You don't want this, except you want to get to Censor, and you want to put 3 points in there on level 4. Most important thing. And then we got nothing good here, unfortunately. I'll take that one. And then I'll show you next turn the difference a Metsuke can make. It's not going to be as much of an impact as it was in the other campaign, because we don't have insane income provinces yet, although I guess Owari is pretty good, but we have to run him over there, so it's going to take a while. Okay, so this is going to be a recruitment hub. We're going to build a Yari drill yard and an encampment, but we can't build an encampment yet, so I think we're just going to build the Yari drill yard. Although I'm not in a rush to build that right now, so perhaps I should start getting upgrades done first. So, what are we going to go for? We're going to go for armor, because, again, the main problem the Oda have, if we're going for long Yari Ashigaru as well, they actually have a little bit of more armor than regular Yari Ashigaru. They're just better in general. They're the best unit in the game by far. But the problem that you have as the Oda is that your armor is low, so we definitely want to have higher armor, because we don't need melee attack, because we're just kind of sitting in Yari Wall anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter what our melee attack's like. I'm also, because that army is quite small, I'm just going to take, like... Actually, can you guys reach? Because I'm just going to take a bunch of units. like that. Just attack this with them. Like, they can't reach. I really wish I had another general here. I've got the money because I built this. Really? Okay. Oh yeah, and Easy wasn't happy as well actually. So I need to. If I recruit a single unit here, it'll be okay. But I haven't got the money for that. Darn. I can't get trade or anything either. Okay, we'll need to think about that in a second because I have to either exempt this from tax. Or I have to. Because we're going to get free happiness next turn, so it'll be -1. So I need to recruit a single unit, but I can't afford to recruit a single unit, so I could cancel this, but I don't really want to cancel this. But, yeah, we'll see in a second. Maybe there's something else I'm building that I could cancel. I guess the trade port here, but it's already well underway, so I feel like it's a waste of time if I cancel that now. Either way, I will take the Ring to Mordor. I'm just going to take several turns to do this then. So let's take a bunch of the unexperienced boys. Yeah, we'll take this. So you're going to go sit right there. I should have actually done this sooner. I might have been able to reach, but no. Okay, they're going to go take that, and then these guys are going to go stop them. Happiness here is going to be totally fine in 2 turns. So yeah, we're going to be able to get out of here right away. Can also try and set up an ambush. I don't know if they'll be able to even get there, but yeah, you know what? No, I just want to get there as soon as possible. So let's just run all the way up to our border here. Nice thing about staying just on your border is that if we were to get it, this is the same for every Total War game. If they attack us and we win the battle, then we're still in our own territory, so we're going to replenish. So I could move a little bit further, but we can reach Kai next turn anyway, so there's no real reason to do so. Okay. So you guys are on your way as well. You are definitely going to be able to move or reach from there. So yeah, we're just going to sit there and go take them out. They may have a full stack in there, I'm not sure, but it should be okay. How many campaigns have I done? Dozens. I'm not sure. Dozens on the channel, dozens off camera. I have currently 1,878 hours in this game. And all of that basically is single player, except for maybe 10 hours. Although there's a bunch of hours as well where I was like editing the overviews and stuff like that. So, but still, I'd say at least 1,000 to 1,500 hours is just campaign stuff. Anyway, are we done here? I think we are. Oh, they're still attacking us. Very kind. Right. Yep, should be good. Let's do that. Yeah, so armory is better for Yari Shigaru. That's what I'm planning on doing as well. We're going to just put all the armor, like 5 armor, into our Yari Shigaru. Is it possible to win the game using only agents? Well, you'll need to at least have some units defending your towns. Like, you can expand using only agents, but that's only with the Ikuiki. Although, it depends on how you look at it, right? Because I've done a no recruitment challenge. That was on normal difficulty though, but still. Where I played as the Tokugawa, and I didn't recruit any units. I only bribed them. So all my units were basically from enemy armies that I bribed. So technically, if that's what you mean, yes. You can also, as the Ikuiki, you can expand using only rebellion. So if with any clan, besides the Ikuiki, if you make a town rebel, it just becomes a Buddhist rebellion or a Christian rebellion, depending on which whatchamacallit you are, which religion you are. With the Ikuiki, if you make a town rebel and then if the rebellion takes the town, it becomes yours. It becomes an Iko town. So you can technically expand that way, and I've actually done a challenge like that, but I never finished it. Okay, what are we fucking doing here? There's a lovely forest right there. I could try and run for it. It's pretty damn nice, especially because they have some range. I mean, we have 4 range units too. I think we're just gonna. I'm not sure if this is actually impassable terrain right there. It might very well be. Ah, fuck it. Let's just sit here. Nice and simple. So yeah, I've not talked about I talked about it in the last stream. You have these deployable defenses, but they're basically worthless, so I never use them. And if you move into certain terrain like here, we can't actually place them anymore because there's no space for them. So yeah, these guys can place some right there, but they just kind of get in the way. What's your best advice for preventing rebel uprisings? I'm new to the game and the series I'm struggling with always having to deal with rebels preventing me from focusing and expanding. Best advice for preventing... making sure your towns aren't unhappy. I mean, what exactly... Because you can exempt your town from tax, so that's an extra 4 happiness if you're a normal tax rate. You can also... you can put units in there, that gives happiness. You can... You know, you have tons of things that give you +1 happiness. Like the Zen... research thing that gives you +1 happiness. Having your daimyo honor at 5 and 6 gives you 1 and 2 public order respectively. There's quite a few things to increase your public order. There's buildings. The sake den, always build sake dens in any towns you conquer because it gives you +2 happiness straight up. The Buddhist temple gives another +1, but I basically never use that. Like my build order is almost always sake den, market, Buddhist temple. Unless, of course, it's a recruitment province, in which case it's completely different, but that's not the point. Yeah, so rebellions only happen after 2 turns of a town being unhappy. So, essentially, make sure your town is only unhappy for a single turn, and it's fine. If you let it be unhappy for 2 turns, that's when the rebellion happens. Ooh, they actually have 4 Boa Shigara, but I do too, so... What about rising taxes every 2 turns to make money? It's possible, it's super cheesy, I don't do it. But you can technically do it. I know Hesade. Okay, we're being shot here, which is kind of awkward. I can't really move up though, because I'm worried that they're going to be annoying. They're going to be annoying. They might flank around all the way here. I might have to pull a unit over this way or something. This unit's not full. Oh fuck, I forgot. We have stand and fight already. Oh boy, this is going to be great. Totally forgot. So we need to pull them away a little bit from our army. And then we put stand and fight. And then they're going to form up right here in a square. There you go. Okay, you guys can actually stay here because I think we're fine against this stuff now. Oh boy. Put them in Yari Wall. Actually, I'm not going to put you in Yari Wall because we're not actually... We don't need that many units. And yeah, now we're fully buffed up. So we have 12 melee attack on these guys right now, which is insane. And these guys' reload rate's higher as well. So they're on 40 reload skill now with stand and fight. That's basically what stand and fight does. It just makes your unit gods. Gods amongst men. Also, it makes these guys dismounted, so not vulnerable to cav anymore. But that's not really why you do it. So there's Takeda Shingen right there. One of the big boys in Shogun 2. Didn't even realize we were up against the big man himself. That's okay.
Our general
is in grave danger, my lord. Is he down? Actually, he is being shot. Alright. So there you go. Slaughtered. Stand and fight? Yes. It's this ability right here. I'll let you see the tooltip as well. Greatly increases in influence, increasing morale, and melee attack and firing rate. So morale as well. On top of that, and then while he's doing that, I can't do anything else with him. But you don't need to, because you already got everything you need to do. Although that said, I'm going to take him out of stand and fight next. I need to start murdering units here. This unit's being awful annoying. Is it him? No, it's his brother, son. I have no idea who this is. Let's get you out of Fiarable now. Alright. Start charging shit. Did you play games from Nobunaga Ambition series? Only for like a few minutes. I never really touched them too much now. But I do know of them. A glorious victory will soon be yours! Oh, thanks, man. Soon, is it? When do you reckon this glorious victory will come? Thanks, advisor. Very fucking helpful information. Alright, they're definitely gonna get away here, but that's okay. We'll kill them as much as possible and then be okay. What's better to occupy or to make vassals? Occupy almost 100% of the time. Vassals in this game, unfortunately, are a bit shit because of Realm Divide. When Realm Divide triggers, basically any allies or vassals that you have will betray you. So there's just no real reason to have vassals until after Realm Divide. But even then, maybe on normal difficulty it's probably okay. But on Legendary, you just don't want to have vassals because they basically always betray you. When do you build the weaponsmith instead of the armor? It kind of depends on what kind of armies I'm going for. Like in the Shimazu campaign that we were doing, the other tutorial stream that I did 2 days ago, in that one I was recruiting, or I was building the weaponsmith. Because they already have a sizable amount of armor, so I went for the weaponsmith, and then the encampment upgrade I was going to go for armor. So I get +2 armor from the encampment building, and then +4 melee attack from the blacksmith. But in this campaign, since we're going for Ashigaru units, which have low armor to begin with, we just need to pump that armor up, and their melee attack's going to get buffed by experience and your general's stand and fight ability, things like that. You don't really need the melee attack, because we already get that from other things. Whereas armor, you can't upgrade in any way other than from recruitment. That's the downside about Shogun 2 as well. It's a bit of a nuisance. Oh my god, I miscalculated somewhere apparently. In Izu. Oopsie. Didn't realize this place was going to rebel. Well, that's okay. I can show you how to deal with rebellion. We can get extra general. Yes, I actually do want another general, so I'll take that for 1,000 buckaroonies. Okay, so we have 4 units here, but we have 2. We're actually totally going to be fine already, so I'm not even going to have to move anything over here. Right, you, my guy, are going to... Well, actually, let me recruit another one first. So I want to see what kind of... If we get the retainer buff on this guy. We did. Alright, so this guy's actually going to be better than the other guy, because he got the right retainer with Overseeing Towns. Overseeing Towns is the most important thing, so he's actually going to go into Owari, and I'll push this guy into Izu, which should be our richest town, our second richest town right now. No, it's actually Mino, but it's only 2 richer, so yeah, that's totally fine. This one is going to be much richer when the market's done and all that other stuff. Right, what was I talking about? Is there a mod that reworks diplomacy so your vassals stay loyal? Don't know, but I do know there's a mod that basically just removes Realm Divide from the game altogether. I noticed there's some predetermined formations like Crane or something along the lines. I never use them now. Oh, yes, A-Cream. Good point. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. There is actually a reason to vassalize people sometimes. And that is honor. Whenever you vassalize someone, we can actually do it right now with the Hojo. Because they'll want to peace out, and if a faction is at war with you and they have 1 town left and they want to peace out, they always want to become a vassal too. So we can actually vassalize them right now, which gives us an extra honor. So sometimes making someone a vassal is actually, when you know they're going to die the next turn, for example, it's actually a really good idea, because you can vassalize someone, get the +1 honor, and then they're going to get killed off by a different faction. The next turn, and you still got to keep your +1 honor, so it's like a free +1 honor. It's really solid. But right now the Hojo aren't going to die, and I just want to take them out, so I'm just going to take them out. Thanks. Another good thing to remember as well is that if you have 1,000 koku in your bank or in your treasury, and you do a couple of battles in a row with a random unit, an army that has no general in it, I should specify. So, for example, if I had 1,000 koku right now, and I took this army and I attacked this guy right... Oh, I can't actually reach, so never mind. But if I could, and I had 1,000 koku, if I win that second battle, there's a very high chance that I would get a general offered to me. The same way I just got a general offered to me at the beginning of this turn, which is now in Owari. It's basically just a... it's an almost guaranteed way to get more generals if you need them. Right, let's have you kill this dickhead off. See you later. There goes the Takeda's daimyo. Take Kai as well already. So again, this is a former capital of... don't want that. of a major faction, so the happiness here is going to be much bigger. Again, on Legendary it's a lot worse than it is here on normal difficulty, but it's going to be worse than it is on in any other town that you would normally take, so a little bit of unhappiness there. Alright, so what's in Kizo? We're just going to straight up attack. They're actually allied to the Takeda, but it's irrelevant. Okay, there's a very small army. On Legendary they would have had a full stack in here. I'm just going to auto-solve that one too. See you later. There goes a level up for him. Repair that. Get rid of that. Level him up. And that's terrible. That's pretty terrible as well. Actually, probably worse. If this was my daimyo, again, I would have taken it. But +1 loyalty, this guy's already got 4. He's got upstart generals. He actually had 5 before we got that new general. But he's going to get much more in the future anyway. This is terrible too, because I almost never use rally, but it's still better than nothing, essentially, so... We got Superior Stone, fantastic. We also gained Heroic for Oda Nobuhide. We've killed off the Hojo, so that's all good. This place is actually unhappy right now, -1. It's going to be happy next turn though, so that's all good. And then we have you, we're going to scout up here. There's a small army there. Wouldn't even call it an army. So here's some good free experience for us. There we go. So that's 15 experience for 50 bucks. Pretty good. So our new general, I'm going to run him... There's a unit in here. Oh, right, because this place was unhappy. I remember now. I'm going to run this guy to the front line, because I actually have a small army now that isn't led by a general. So I'm going to run him over towards that. Okay. So, see how fast we're expanding as the Oda? It's crazy. This, like, we've played less than the Supremacy campaign from last time. We're already way bigger. Not making the 10 grand we were in that campaign, but still. Okay, so what else have we got to do? Oh right, we exempted this place 6 years ago and I totally forgot about that, so whoopsie daisy. Musashi once again has a market. In this case I'm going to leave it again because I want more Metsuke, but normally I'd build a Sake then instead. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 markets right now, and I'm going to build one here as well, so that'll be my number 5. So then I should be able to recruit all 5 Metsuke, no problem. Cool. Is there a way to play through Shogun 2 doing only battles and skipping the whole map and management aspect? I mean, I guess, but it'd be difficult. But I suppose it's possible. It'd be more like a challenge campaign than anything else, though. Right, diplomacy. We can trade with the Satomi. Yo, you wanna get some war horses? Yeah, that's what I thought. It had better be good. It had better be good. So now you can see we have war horses and they want war horses, so they're willing to spill the fucking beans for that. 5,500 perhaps. 5,750. Nope. 5,600. Yes. 5,650. Final try, 5,700. Yes, alright. There you go. Thanks for that. Now we can build up some buildings. So we're going to build the market in Awari. It's pretty important. Then, I'm not too fussed about stuff here yet. I do want to get roads upgraded, so I guess I can get the roads. And I want to get this mine. Is that what I'm going to do? They call it a mine. A mine! This is no mine. It's a tomb. And then the music goes fucking crazy. Okay. Right. We're good for this turn. Have a nerve for 4 turns, so then we're going to start building stuff up here, and we're going to start getting our Oda along Yari Ashigaru, and then the game is over, basically. Is there any custom battle mods that give building bonus to units? I'd like to play with the stats. Building bonus to units. How do you mean building bonus? Alright, so here we can show off the strength of Yari Ashigaru in Yari Wall. And a bit of a cheese tactic as well, if this castle allows. I think this is a smaller castle, so it might be difficult, but there's a very cheesy thing you can do in Shogun 2 when you're not willing to fight Boashigaru, or not willing to get shot by Boashigaru when you're defending a castle, because normally you're basically sitting ducks, right? I mean, you could try and move your unit back and forth a little bit, but it's difficult. Use the multiplayer buildings. Oh, right. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Shard alerted. Yes, exactly what Mighty just said. That's what I'm going to be doing. Although this is a very small castle, and it's kind of difficult to do it on here. So what you want to do is basically... okay, so they're all coming from there. Actually, their archers coming from two different sides. A bit annoying. But basically, what you want to do is you want to have them not be able to shoot your men. So if I put my men here in the corner... I'm going to have to put them on the wall, I think. But either way... You want to make sure that this bit is 150 or more range, so that they're trying to shoot you, but they can't. So they're like, well, we gotta get closer. The only way to get closer is to move the wall instead of moving around it, which they could easily do, of course. This is a very small castle, though, so we might actually not be able to do it here, to be honest. I'm actually gonna take you off the wall because I don't think it's gonna work, but we can still try it anyway. So that's a way to make their arch climb the wall, and once they're up the wall, they're just terrible infantry units. So. But yeah, this is one of the smallest castles in the game as a fort, so we really are unlucky in that regard, but so be it. Watching a true master at work. I try. But yeah, I don't think we're even gonna, like, this isn't enough range basically, and I don't think there's anything we can really do about that. I could try and put these guys on the wall here. Like, maybe I can make one of them lure, I can lure one of them up. That would be okay. But it's going to be difficult. But that'll be okay. Either way, even if we do get shot, we should be okay anyway. These are rebel units, so their morale is horrible, so they're going to lose some men from climbing. Although, again, the walls here are super short. We really got unlucky with this castle, to be honest. Also totally forgot I have fire arrows here. Which will help a little bit, but... oh well. So there's their archer. That one's actually climbing, and that one is too. So we actually managed to do both of them. So now the next thing we need to do is run our units into position as fast as humanly fucking possible, because we have to hold. Like we need to put them in Yari Wall. If we don't put these guys in Yari Wall, we get absolutely ruined, right? So we need to get into a position where we can. I don't know where you guys are going, but get into Yari Wall and just hold as many units as possible. If we manage to get flanked by them, we're essentially fucked. So we need to make sure we have a really solid Yari Wall. So, unfortunately, it looks like my men are being a bit fucking annoying right now. They're also, there we go. I actually pressed the Yari Wall, but they didn't do it. But we got in there in time. Looks like we're going to be okay. And then you guys are just going to slaughter those units, no problem. They are going to take their towers, and those towers will actually shoot me back. Unlike Free Kingdoms, for example, where if you take a tower, it just becomes yours, but it doesn't do anything. In this game, it actually will fire back. So our Yari Wall's a bit iffy, because I didn't do it in time, basically. Some of our men are at the front now with their swords out, which is not where we want them to be, because you can see they immediately get killed. But we should probably still be okay. With a little bit of luck, we'll route one of these units over here quickly enough that we can start flanking around. I could try and reform this, like it's already trying to actually reform it to a different area, but we should be okay. Usually once a certain amount of these men die, they'll just kind of move over into their position that they were supposed to go into. Because right now these guys are all being idle, doing nothing. Yeah, you can see we're almost wavering them already. And we, of course, will fight to the last man. So with a little bit of luck, we'll route one unit. There we go. We can send this unit around. And there they go. There you go. So yeah, that wasn't as clean as it could have been, but easily enough. I'll just continue for a second. And then we basically want to put your men right there so that if they try and escape, they just get killed. Although they're always being a sneaky. They go up the tower, or like the stairs here, then they walk through and then they go like that behind you, which is a bit annoying, but anyway. We're actually being shot right now by this tower, but it doesn't matter. Pro moves. Thanks. But yeah. You can do pretty... I mean, sometimes it's not as fun because it's a bit cheesy, right? This feels a bit cheesy making their archers walk up the wall because, you know, any normal human being would be like, well, instead of walking up the wall, my archers climbing up the wall, I'd just walk them around and start shooting. So it's definitely a bit cheesy, but sometimes you have to, right? Like, you just don't want to lose your towns to shit like that. They're going to attack my farms, little bastards. You wee fuck. Lost trade with Satomi, which means that, because they got taken out with Satake, so now we can trade with Satake instead. How about that? Please stop fucking up my farm. It's not very kind. Satake, will you pay me ludicrous amounts of money as well?
Speak your pretty speech.
Pretty speeches.
But do not imagine for one moment that words alone will sway our opinions.
Another kind of a weird tip in Shogun 2. If I hold my mouse exactly straight, or like I don't move it and I just spam, you can see how it kind of goes slowly, right? Oh, actually I'm doing the wrong thing, but if you, let's bring this down to 0. This is why I always do this. If you move your mouse while you're doing this, it basically resets every time, so you can do it a lot faster. It's kind of weird why it works like that, but it does. So you want to always move your mouse when you're spamming the amount button. It's very useless tip almost, but there you go. Fuck, these guys are being a little stingy. Alright, everyone's paying me $3,000 at least. Let's see, 3,500, yes. 3,750. 3,650. Nope. 3,600. Alright, last one. 3,550. Nope, 3,500 it is. Alright, that's fine. Oops. Okay. It's still pretty good though. Right, so what are we gonna build here? Got another Metsuke. He's gonna go towards Owari. He's gonna get there next turn. Nice. We're gonna recruit another one. No, we're not. Oh, we are. Sorry. It's because we were moving around. I was gonna say, what the hell? What the heck? Alright, didn't get anything good, but we'll just take whatever. Again, the Metsuke, basically nothing matters except for overseeing towns, and if you can't get overseeing towns, you try and go for like lower chance of being assassinated, or maybe bribe or something, but it's generally all pretty fucking whatever. Let's see if there's any more loose units walking around that I can easily take out. We met the Jinbo. They're still alive. That's impressive. I don't think there's any units over here because they don't own anything that way, so. Oma we Shindaru. Alright. Build a sake den here so we can get out of here immediately. Let's build up the roads as well. And I think we might build that up too, but let's see here because we have quite a bit of stuff to build. I want to build this because that's good money. We got the general one here. It's going to keep running towards Musashi. This army, I guess, is going to go up north. Well, actually, no. Kai's going to be quite unhappy for a while, so I think we're going to take this army instead. We're going to build a Yari drill yard here, because that means that in 2 turns we will be able to recruit Yari cavalry, which are, in my opinion, the best cavalry unit in the game. Like, Great Guard are better. Like, they're just better. They, even though they cost a lot more, they are, even then I would probably consider them better. But they are so difficult to acquire. You need to have Kyoto. You need to have Kyoto for 4 turns before you even are able to recruit them, and that's just not a reliable unit. We can go for some light cav as well, which are also really solid, but I might just skip past them and go straight for Yari cav, to be honest. Anyway, this army is going to go up, assuming this is happy enough. Yeah, it's going to be fine. So we're going to take that next turn. You guys are going to go kill this dickhead off. I have the money this time, so I might spawn a general here. No, didn't this time. That's okay. Then with the rest of the money, we are going to invest. I do need to recruit some more units again for this secondary army here, so I think that's probably what we'll do for now. Spam a couple out of here as well. Or 1 for now. I need to upgrade this so I can get more unit recruitment going, and the same here actually. So maybe that's what I'll do, but not yet. I'll build some more trading ports since I can. Some harbors. I harbor no grudges, and I guess I can get another ninja. Why not? Okay, there goes our cash. We got no other deals to make. No towns to take right now because we can't reach that. Plus we want to stay in here anyway. I could also actually meet up this army, make this army go together again. But I suppose I'll meet up over here anyway, so I think we're actually going to still run them that way. 7 happiness here right now, so yeah, we'll need to wait a little bit longer before we can actually move out. Ninjas are for spying and sabotage, Metsukes are for making money, but what are monks for? Being fucking useless. No, so there's one really important thing that you can do with monks, and that is making towns rebel. That doesn't sound particularly important, perhaps, but the problem is sometimes that you're in a position where you are surrounded by allies or surrounded by people that you don't want to declare war on. In those situations, you can take a monk and you can, without any repercussions, well, there are some, but I'll get to that in a second. You can basically, without repercussions, make a town next to you rebel, And then if the rebellion manages to take that town, so Buddhist rebellion, whatever rebellion, you can then, it's then essentially an enemy town. It's a rebellion town, so you can just go take that, and you will stay friends with with the people who used to own that town. So you can expand slowly by making towns rebel and not declaring war on anyone. The downside is, though, that if you try this is with any agent in the game, if you try an agent action against a faction and you fail, that faction will be aware of it. They'll be aware that you did that, and they will dislike you for it. It'll be like -15 or -25 diplomatic relations or something. So you need to be a little bit careful that you don't, spam agent actions with someone that you don't want to go to war with, and then they hate you, and then they'll declare war on you anyway. But it is something that you can do. Monks, I generally tend to just use them for enemy demoralization, so they can, you can basically interact with an enemy army and demoralize them, and then just basically, if you have high morale, they have low morale, you just demolish them real quick. It's really useful. But yeah, a lot of people swear by making rebellions happen. When I play other than Oda faction, they always die at like turn 2 or 3. Why is that? Because they get, well, this is the thing, right? Because I'm assuming you're playing on a lower difficulty, normal, hard, or something. On legendary difficulty, 99 out of 100 times, the Oda become one of the strongest clans in the game. On normal difficulty and hard difficulty, from what I've heard from a lot of other people, the Oda always die early on. So basically what happens is you've got two major clans against each other. You got the Owari and you got the Tokugawa, you got the Oda and you got the Tokugawa and Mikawa. And they fight each other because they start up war with each other, so one of them is going to die. That always happens. On legendary difficulty, it seems to be the Tokugawa always at the short end of the stick, and on lower difficulties, it always seems to be the Oda that has get the short end of the stick. I don't quite know why, but it's because they fight each other. One of them has to die, essentially. Anyway. What's the best DLC for Shogun 2? Watch my must-have DLC video in the description, but it's the Sengoku Jidai Unit Pack DLC. Okay, let's end the turn. We actually have quite a few clans on our western border, like that right there. They could easily attack me and I'd be in some trouble, but normal difficulty, this doesn't seem to be too relevant. Alright, let's just get them out of here. See you later. Now we're going to have tons of happiness in Izu because of... oh no, the Kitsutake are dead again. It's very sad. Superior Ashigaru, that's pretty good. Kitsutake are gone once more. I believe this time never to return. Right, Satomi and Atori. Let's see if we can get some trade going again. I'd like to not declare, or not like to not be at war with the Atori if I can avoid it. Let's see, can we get 3.5 grand perhaps? No. 3250. 3350. 3450. No. 3400. Yes, alright, that's the highest we can go then. Thank you very much. And Mr. Tomi, you're willing to pay me a bunch of money as well. Again, they just paid me 2 turns ago. Then we lost trade, and now they're willing to pay me again. This is why this is so good. 3400. We're gonna be able to build whatever we want to build again, basically. Alright, did I try 3300? I think I did. Oh, I didn't. So it's 3250 then, right? Yes, sir. Alright. Thank you very much. I'll be on my way now. 10 grand to spend. Let's see what we're going to spend it on. Probably that. We're still on unhappiness here, but yeah, that's going to be okay. Let's go take this. Get out of my way. This guy's going to level up to level 3 pretty soon as well, I think. Alright. Don't want a sword school. Do want to upgrade those roads. Also, it's been a little while since I checked. We have... oh boy. Dayulim Jose Capitan Munoz, Momo Lipolo, Yuhar Tushul Eyan Or, Philip Flaron, Lizanda Trix, Jakub Chudiak, Turkish name, I see weed on the ground. Mamayuto, Lada Solado, and Jean-Luc Frolich. Thank you all so much for subbing. Welcome to the channel. Sorry about all those butcherings of names. I try. I always sell military access from... Yeah, so that's another thing you can do in this game if you want to get some money. Oh, we met the Jimbo as well. You can sell... Oh, and the Uesugi too. We can sell military access, so let's see. Someone who's bordering us, so Satomi, for example. We can sell them military access. They will never buy it. It's always unacceptable if you're not bordering them, but if you're bordering them, they will do it. And I don't know how much we can even get for this, but it doesn't matter. You can do that. I never do it. I used to do it back in the day, but I find it's very cheesy because the AI never uses the military access for anything. They basically just do it because it's a possibility. Like they're like forced to do it, even though they don't necessarily need it. So I always try and I never do it basically because I feel like it's a waste. I want to get some more experience on this guy. So yeah, some people do, some people don't. There's no reason, like, you know, it's not bad or anything if you do it, but you're a little bitch. So sorry, no, I'm joking. What's my next or most rich town? Musashi is by far, actually. So you're off to Musashi. You were gonna go join that army, but I guess that's okay for now. Or maybe I'll send you into Kai to keep this place happy for now. Maybe you can lead some cav to the front. So we got 10 happiness here right now. If I recruit a couple of units, we'll be okay. Yeah, it's fine. Just take the army out of here. Go over there. Okay, I'm gonna get another Metsuke as well. We unlucky again the retainer? Yes, we did. So yeah, I'm gonna get the overseeing towns again. Makes him so much better. And then you are gonna go into God knows what's into Mino, as it turns out right now. Kai is almost there in terms of income though, so I'll probably just put him to Kai because it's closer. Okay, next door we recruit Yari Cav if we want to. I also want to upgrade this actually. You know what, this is a good time to do that. And I'm also going to start building the Yari drill yard, I think, now, because I might as well. Get a trading port here, and then we're basically out of money. We can get a harbor there, sounds good. And then the extra ninja, you're going to go over here. Okay, sounds good. We just took this, so we can't go into Kida right now. We'll wait until next turn we do that. And then this army is going to go east, but I think I've basically gotten to a bit of a... Oh, actually, I got more trade to do as well. I was going to say, I think I've gotten to a point where I'm pretty happy with this showcase of this campaign here. So maybe I'll do a couple of custom battles, or one custom battle. See what kind of what people want to see, or maybe just talk about units for a little bit. Can we get 2,500 perhaps? Can we get 2,250? Can we get 2,100? You stingy son of a bitch. 2,200. Alright. There we go. And then the Uesugi. Not Uesugi, like I used to say. Uesugi. I don't know why I started with 2,500 there. That was not a number I usually start with. Shut up. Little bitch. 3 grand. 3.5. I have a lot more shit we can build again now. 3,250? Nope. 3,100. Yeah, alright, I'll take it. I can't be bothered. Alright. So, more shit to build then. Is there anything I really want to build? I want to build this up in Owari, because this is actually going to be a money-making province, so... I do want to build that, but it's not super high priority. I'll get these harbors and stuff first. Nope, not military ports. I don't care about that. This is going to have the encampment. I am going to build... Am I going to build anything else here in terms of recruitment? Like in terms of units? I'm not even sure. I might get some Katana Sam, but I probably wouldn't, to be honest. I can actually recruit or build the stables here, because building cavalry is with like extra... Well, actually, extra armor is not that great. I probably would take melee attack. Because honestly, like, from the encampment you can get +5 charge bonus. +5 charge bonus is pretty meh compared to... melee attack, to be honest. I always go for it because it gets gold, but it's not that good, to be honest. I'm gonna upgrade this to a rice exchange. This is like like basically never upgrade to rice exchange or anything other than a regular market, except in the 5 provinces where you put your Metsukeis. That said, I still wouldn't do it in some of these, because in some of these, they're not going to stay there forever. Like, Mino is one of my 5 richest towns, but it's not going to be for long, because this is a crap town, really. It's a crapshoot. But for now, it's okay. Anyway, let's... did I upgrade this yet? No, let's upgrade the castle there then, because that's going to be a recruitment hub as well. So I want to recruit as fast as possible. And then I'm out of money. Show the new people the various factions' unique units, perhaps? Sure, I can do that. Yeah, let's I'll take out the Takeda next turn, and then we'll probably end this this campaign here, and then I'll do some custom stuff or have a look at the units. Hopefully these kinds of videos help. I have no idea really whether they do or not. So I haven't talked about ninjas yet in this campaign. Well, I've got one too many units, don't I? Okay, you're gonna have to sit outside, I'm afraid. You can go back to Kai, sorry. I accidentally brought you here. So ninja level ups, I talked about this in the other campaign though. But yeah, you put 1 point in Saboteur and then you keep the other point, and then turn 3, or level 3, you put all 3 points in here. So you get really good at sabotaging armies, which is the most important thing by far for ninjas to do. And after that you go for the assassinating stuff. Actually I could take Shuriken here. Right, so let's take out the Takeda altogether. God, playing on normal feels good, man. Just incredibly fast expansion and stuff. Right, there go they. Peacefully occupy that. They're prominent already, so we're halfway to Realm Divide here. And we acquired superior fucking wood. Don't you know it? Right. So let's end it there for the Oda campaign. I'll save this because I saved the other one as well as a tutorial stream 1, so this will be tutorial stream 2. I never got to show you the power of the Oda Long Yari Ashigaru, but that's okay. Right, they've helped me a ton, Donkey. They really do. Thanks a ton. Thank you, Donovan. I appreciate it. Let me fucking drink a little bit. My throat is dying here. Right, so before I actually do any battles, let's give away the last 2 keys. Still haven't found a good video on how unit stat mechanics work, like attack, charge, bonus, etc. Have you made one? I haven't actually. I don't even know exactly how stats work, but it's kind of just like I know how they work from experience, but not like specifically what 1 melee attack versus 1 armor or 1 melee defense does. But anyway, now play the Orange Clan, a quickie. Nah. Hello, Illyrian Gaming. Illyrian Gaming, I saw you join the Discord, but you never actually said hello in the welcome hall or anything. So you're just kind of stuck in the welcome hall now. A lot of people end up in the welcome hall and never do anything. So I just wanted to mention that. Anyway, so let's give away the 2 other keys for Fall of the Samurai. So hopefully there's some moderators here, because otherwise it's going to be a fucking mess again. But yeah, please only 1 number. Let me write them down first, though. Okay, I've written down 2 numbers. Only 1 number per person. If you write down more than 1 number, you're not going to win. Yeah, the first 2 people to guess the 2 numbers that I've written down will get a key for Fall of the Samurai. So, number away. Yari amazing. I'll read subs again in a minute as well. Oh, A Kareem got one already with 52. Oh, and there's the other one, Juffet, 15. Alright. They've already been won, boys. Juffet and A Kareem. See, that's nice and fast, unlike last time where I just couldn't fucking get the keys given away. Alright, so sorry guys, that was very quick. So A Kareem and Juffet, please check the link in the description. There's a link to my Discord channel there. If you join that, then send me a DM. I'll need some proof to make sure it's you. Screenshot of your channel page, whatever. And then I'll give you a key after the stream. And I should also mention, I said this last time as well, my Discord is open to everyone. Everyone can join my Discord. There are links in the description. And if you do, you can chat with me. And that should be the best part of anyone's day, really. Let's be fair. Yeah, that was fucking quick. Rigged. I had a feeling people might say that. Oh, sweet. Lucas is here. Thanks, dude. You can help me remember those names like yesterday. That was very kind. Okay. Right, so let's do some battle stuff. So... What do we want to see? Should I don't. Yeah, I need some suggestions here because I don't actually quite know what to show you guys. One thing I'll actually show you is this map is great for showcasing or trying out units. It's a Death Bowl map. This is a mod though, so you have to download this on the Steam Workshop. But this is basically a map. It's just a square, right? Like you start, I don't know, like 100 meters away from each other, so you can immediately, like if you wanted to test a range unit, you can immediately start firing on. Sorry, the second you start a battle. It's really good for that kind of stuff. So I definitely recommend downloading this map. Anyway, oh right, yes. So while you guys are telling me what you want to see, like if you want to see anything specific for, you know, like what kind of units are good or whatever, just let me know. And then while you guys are doing that, I'll read out some more subs. We have Drawvid, Raw, Marco, Borba, and Landon Grace subbed in the last couple of minutes. Thank you guys for subbing. Welcome to the channel. If anyone hasn't subbed yet and you want to see more, I'll say Total War content. I don't really do a lot of Shogun 2 anymore, although I will be doing more in the future again. But yeah, if you like Total War, then please feel free to subscribe. I do other stuff as well, but mostly Total War. Unique units, general army compositions, and the like. Yes, army compositions are actually a pretty good one to showcase. So I could have a look at that. So yeah, let's start with that. So this depends on the faction that I play. So I kind of personally I try to stick to the theme of a faction. So if I'm playing as the Shimazu, I want to use Katana Samurai. If I'm playing as the Chosakabe, I want to have a lot of range units. If I'm playing as the the Oda, I mean, we just showcased. You want to have a lot of. I want to have a lot of Ashigaru units. So. Takeda, cavalry, etc. So I try to stick to an actual theme, but I kind of go overboard sometimes. Oh man, thanks for subbing everyone. I'll get to those names in a minute. So I try to stick to a theme. So for example, when I'm playing as the Chosakabe, I kind of go a little bit overboard, and the same goes for the Uesugi and the Ikuiki, because they both get increased warrior monks, which in turn means their bow warrior monks are better, and bow warrior monks are one of my favorite units in the game. So generally, if I were to go for a archer-heavy army, I want to have something really defensive to back them up. So, essentially, a tanking unit in front that allows my back units to just kind of fire away. And if we get into a range battle, we're going to always win because you have very tanky units. So I want to have a whole lot of Naginata Samurai. Naginata Samurai are probably my favorite infantry unit. And they have like a dual role, so you can put them on the flanks as anti-cavalry. They're slow because they're heavy, but it doesn't really matter, because as long as you have a defensive formation, you can just let the enemy come to you rather than you to the enemy. So you basically have a bunch of Naginata Samurai, and usually when I go super overboard, I end up with 9 or 2 range units, but I would generally not recommend that for new players. I'd probably say like 7 or 8 is probably enough, so that like I'd probably go for, it's very simple, but it works. Like this many Naginata Samurai, and then just a ton. I mean, a lot of people like Daiku Samurai. I still prefer Bow Warrior Monks. And then just have like 7 Bow Warrior Monks. Or, you know, you want to go crazier, you take like 9 Bow Warrior Monks and this many Naginata Samurai or something like that. But basically, that's what I kind of would do if I'm playing as the Chosakabe. But then when I'm playing, for example, as the Date, who are a super aggressive clan, also apparently, oh, there you go, non-existent on this thing I was going to say. So the Date are super aggressive, so because they get, for example, I think it's +2 charge bonus on all of their infantry units. It might even be all their units generally. It might even be their cav. I'm not entirely sure. So in custom battles, this doesn't matter. They don't actually get this, but in the campaign map, they do. So I would go for something along the lines of... you definitely want to have Date, Bulletproof Samurai, but you can only recruit 4 of those in the campaign, so they're kind of a... You know, you can't have that many of them, so they're not a super reliable unit. But for like a normal army, I'd probably go for something like 4 Naginata Bow Warrior or Naginata Warrior Monks, a bunch of Date no Dachi Samurai, of course, because they're great. Again, they're really vulnerable because they have low armor, but because you're full on the charge anyway, you can have a little bit tankier units. So you can have some Katana Samurai up front, to tank the arrows and then have the Nodachis behind them. Actually, I'd probably have a few less units. I'd probably have... Actually, let's do like that. And then I'd probably run 4 Yari Cav or something like that. Maybe even 6. So... I don't know, like, yeah, something like this. 6 Yari Cav and then a bunch of infantry. And I wouldn't run any ranged units because you're going for a full aggressive army. So you want to have as many like charger units as possible. These armies are pretty difficult to control though, because you're basically left to the map to see how well you do. Like if you're defending and you can set up on a hill and you can charge downhill, fucking fantastic. But if you're attacking and the enemy army is like, yeah, you can come to me, and you're forced to run up a hill with no bow support behind you to lure down their archers or anything, like you basically have to charge up the hill, you're kind of fucked sometimes. So this is a very difficult army to use in those kinds of situations. But it's also very fun. And then, you know, you have other things like, I don't know, you can always go for kind of just a medium army. Like, I don't know, playing as the Shimazu, you go for like 4 Naginata Samurai for like 2 on either flank, and then have like 6 or something Katana Samurai in the middle, and then you'd have like 5 Bow Warrior Monks, and then 4 Yari Cav, something like that. It's a very standard army. This is what I've used many times. So you have a little bit of everything. You have a good front line, a good flank, or like a good defensive unit against cavalry. You have enough of a ranged presence to not have to, like, basically not be forced to attack the enemy. You can make them come to you, and you even have some cavalry for flanking as well. Like, it's a nice balanced army. Imagine being a bulletproof samurai. Unfortunately, they're not entirely, but yeah, they are somewhat. Can you help me with the guns army? How to defeat them, please? Shoot them with range units. Gun armies have less range because matchlocks have less range in general. So you just shoot them. Explain more about the use of the Naginata Warrior Monks. Okay, so Naginata Warrior Monks are obviously quite an expensive unit, and they're really solid, but they are expensive and they have low armor. So obviously they're vulnerable. They're fine against cavalry because they have really high melee defense, melee attack, and they have bonus versus cavalry, of course, because they're Naginatas. But they have low armor, so they get shot down really quickly. So generally, using Naginata Warrior Monks, you're not going to put them on the front line and have them charge in or tank arrows or anything like that. You want to have them on the flanks because they're anti-cav, so if they get charged by cavalry or anything, they're going to be totally fine. And you don't want to get shot by arrows, so you keep them on the flanks away from the enemy archers. So that's basically how you'd use them. You don't want to have too many clumped together though, because obviously their ability is Warcry, which demoralizes up to 4 nearby units. So if you have too many of them, like, unless your entire army is these guys, of course, but yeah, if you have too many of them together, they're going to be overlapping on their abilities, which makes their ability kind of useless. So generally, like, if you have 4 of them, you probably put 2 on the flanks, and then you put 2 kind of behind your line, so that you have, like, if you're charging in, or if the enemy's charging to you, no matter what, you have something in front of them that's going to get shot by the enemy archers, and then once the battle starts, you run them in behind your units, and then you just demoralize all the units that are attacking your front line. And then you rout everything, and then you win, and you laugh. How can I unlock all units in Antibot DLC? Yeah, so again, there's a link in the description to must-have DLC for Shogun 2. I'd recommend having a look at that. Basically, I talk about all the DLCs for the game and which ones are necessary or not necessary, but which ones are, like, which ones you should get and which ones you don't have to. But yeah, sorry, I'm talking about other shit as well, or reading other stuff. The units, some of these units are locked behind, like, there's some unique hero units, like this one and Benkai's Blades, etc. There's a couple locked behind a hero pack DLC, and then there's a bunch of unique units, like, see, the Date have the Bulletproof Samurai. Sorry, that we're playing as the Shimazu. The Shimazu have the Shimazu Heavy Gunners. They're locked behind the Sengoku Jidai unit pack DLC. So you need to get that one if you want to have all the unique units, and every faction gets 1 unique unit. Show fire rockets versus Cav. Sure, we're gonna have a look at that in a second. Onabushi are only available in defensive battles. Yeah, that was in response to, is it good to use Onabushi? Yeah, they're not. You can't recruit them. Hi, I just started the game a few days ago. It's free on Steam. Yeah, that's why I'm doing these streams, Albert. Thanks for your tutorials on devices. No problem. Glad you like him. How good is Onabushi? They're okay, but again, you can't recruit them, so their stats are pretty irrelevant, basically. Will you do a third stream? Probably not. Today is the last day you can actually get the game up for free on Steam. And this was really only for all the people who got the game during this week. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last one. Maybe I'll do one more. The channel has done so well as well the last couple of days. I've gotten like 150,000 views in the last 48 hours, which is like, normally I get like 40,000 views, and now I have 150,000. You can kind of see the difference there. So, what do you think about geishas? You mean like the Asian? I've only had them in a campaign once, and I think, because they start off at level 1, right? Like any other agent, I believe? Or did they start at level 3 or something? I think it was this level 1. And then because they're level 1 in a late game campaign, because you don't get them until the late game, she just kept dying, so I had to recruit a new one. So I didn't get much of a good experience with them, to be honest. Anyways, so yeah, let's do fire rockets. They're a very fun unit. I'll do a quick battle of some fire rockets against some cav, because fire rockets are stupendously good against cav. You know what? If we're gonna be doing this, let's do it right. Let's play the Hojo. They get improved fire rockets. Hojo fire rockets. Let's take 5 of those. No general, because that's dumb. And then we'll take some cav. Let's do some katana cav, because they're nice and slow. 5 units versus 5 units. We need to be doing. Okay, this is the one thing I hate about Shogun 2. Whenever I did like tutorial videos and stuff, I always had to set up tons of battles, and then I forgot I am the attacking side as starter. So you change it, and then this army resets. It's so annoying. So when you're building an entire army, and then you're like, oh fuck, I need to redo it, and then you need to redo the entire goddamn army. Such an annoying feature, but anyway, so be it. And then yeah, we're gonna be on this map, although my range is gonna be insane, but it's okay. Okay, you start level 3. Oh, they do. I thought so. I remember something like that. But yeah, even so, she kept dying anyway. Shit. Alright. So here we go. So yeah, this is a hidden trait, or not trait, but yeah. Fire rockets are just incredibly good against cavalry. They're actually just incredibly good against smaller unit sizes, because they do a lot of damage per hit. So obviously when there's only 40 hero units, for example, they just kill the entire unit in a single volley. There you go. I'll completely wreck 2 units immediately. These other ones taking a good amount of damage as well. Now we're probably going to get charged before we even get another volley off though, so we'll probably end up losing this anyway. But, oh no, there goes a couple shots. Not enough to rout in though. Come on, fire again, you sons of bitches. Let's put them all in guard mode actually, so we keep firing. Because we might get another volley off on this unit, that'd be good. No. Oh, no. But you can see how good they are. Like, obviously this didn't work out because we got overrun really quickly, but they do destroy units like that really quickly. Yesterday you won a 300-man defense versus 1500 attacking force. Nice. Okay, well there you go. But they're good. They're good against cav. You just obviously not if they get overrun immediately. Geisha is pretty message retracted. Nice. Shame for display. Sorry. It's not like I did a whole lot there. It's kind of stood there. Honestly, if I was playing that right, I guess I should have technically taken like 3 units off of fire at will, because you waste a lot of ammo if you fire all units at the same 2 units. But anyway. Alright, what else? One more thing and then I'll probably call this stream. It's been almost 3 hours now. In my other campaign, I'm losing my northern provinces to Eco Doom stacks. Just build more of your own Doom stacks. Save army setup. I know, you can technically do that, but it's annoying. I already have like a bazillion army setups. This is from all my like clan overview videos. I guess actually I could showcase these armies. This is like armies I built back then, kind of as a, like, basically the first, so Choskabe 1 is like early game army I'd recommend, then Choskabe 2 is like mid game army I'd recommend, or this was actually just a normal army I'd recommend, and then this was like a ludicrous army I'd recommend. And then Date That's like the early game army. Then mid-game army. Then I think ultimate mid-game army. Yeah, like melee only mid-game army. And then this is like a more balanced mid-game army. Or late-game army. Mid-late game. But yeah, I did that for every clan because I did those in the clan overview videos. I had all those like army setups that I showcased. Do you have Morning Sun mods? Do I use them? No. If I ever had a fire rockets unit when I was playing my campaign, I would put them in a castle. Yeah, they're really good for castle defenses. Sure, sorry, but I barely see those lists. It's not really relevant for you to see the lists. It doesn't matter. It just says Uesugi 1, Uesugi 2, etc. Anyway, if we don't want to see anything else anymore, I'll probably end the stream here. I like when you use Lightcap to kill the enemy general. Yeah, Lightcap are just kind of general assassins. Which DLC did you recommend? Sengoku Jidai Unit Pack DLC. But watch, there's a video link in the description. It's a pretty short video. Must have DLCs it's called. Just watch that. Have you played the Fall of the Samurai mod? You mean the DLC? I've done tons of Fall of the Samurai campaigns on the channel. If that's what you mean. If you mean a specific mod, I don't know. Anyway. Portuguese Terracos are cool to show. They are very... Yeah, I guess we could have a look. Actually, yeah, you know what? We could do... Otomo free. I'm sure is... Oh no, that's a piece of shit army. What the hell is that? Why did I build that? Otomo 2. No, that's also trash. Honestly, if I play Otomo now, I'd probably only use Portuguese Terracos. But anyway. Ah, fuck it. Doesn't matter. You know what? What's fun to show? It's like D-Day for Chico in the Welcome Hall. He's the only Metsuke around. Says Cucumber, a Metsuke on the server. What are you talking about, Cucumber? How to effectively maneuver unit formations on the battlefield. Didn't we answer this already? Didn't you? Yeah, like I said, unless you group up, there are no real great ways in Shogun 2. There's no like hold Alt and then move your entire formation. You just have to move them manually every time you're working. What bullshit? What the fuck? You're working in my goddamn... You're working as my mod right now. Okay, never mind. Make sure to get the game for free. I think yeah, today's the last day. Right, you know what? I'll show one more thing off, which is literally just a single Thunderboss Cav. Oh, sorry, not against me. Fuck that noise. Yeah, whatever. Just give him one. No, we'll give me a hero unit. That's always fun. Give him the fucking this one. No, not that one. I want the katana one. There you go. Oh, that one, and then we're gonna take Otomo Thunderboss Cav. You can see the power of the Thunderboss Cav. Stock wages. Look, man, I've been modding for you for several years now, and I'm still making absolutely nothing. So perhaps we should talk about that. Right. Here's the best unit in no, not entirely, but something like that. Let's take them all fire at will. Make it even more satisfying. So they all fire at the same time. And goodbye. Oh, they actually got Banzai going to run us around, so they're actually not going to rout because they're heroes. But anyway, fun stuff. Thunderboss Cav are pretty fun. Kind of like Revolver Cav, but more devastating in a single volley. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys. You have a video covering how to spend skill points on generals. No, but I mentioned it like 2 or 3 times during this stream, so watch that back. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. What do you think about Fiber Rank? It's kind of shit, because units don't fire for a while. Talked about this in the Shimazu one, the last one. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Once again, thank you to all those who subbed as well. I didn't actually mention the last ones yet. So we got Edward, Budnara, Ludwig van der Westhausen, Alexander the Great. Thank you guys for subbing. Thank you everyone else who's been here today and the last time as well. Yeah, make sure to get Shogun 2 before it's no longer free to keep forever on Steam right now. Thank you all Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the person who became a member earlier. Yeah, everyone, have a good day, and I'll be streaming out. Yeah, watch my other videos and streams. So until then, have a good day and goodbye.